July 29th, 2025. This first portion of our meeting will be to hear from the law department any preliminary matters regarding matters that have been continued or negotiated settlements have been reached. So I would invite someone from the law department to come forward and place those matters on the record.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Jim Kelly, Kelly, on behalf of the city.
Thank you.
So for the resolved cases for today, starting with number 2021-2748, 6610 Hasbrook Avenue, Lorenzo Woods, doing business as Capera Auto Body. That's moot complied.
Thank you.
Number
Oh, just one moment, Mr. Kelly.
Yep.
Just for everyone who's listening and or in the room, if your matter is noted as moot or moot complied, that means you're done for today. It's resolved. If you need to understand better this difference between a moot matter as opposed to moot complied, please call the office. The administrator will provide that additional detail for you. I just ask that you not break into the hearing to ask a question. We want to get through this list as quickly as we can. Thank you. Mr. Kelly?
Excuse me, Mr. Kelly, can you say last one?
moot complied for number 1.
Number 1.
Thank
Next is number 2021-3294, 1121 Cotman Avenue, Jagdish Sharma, moot complied.
Thank you.
Number 2021-3507, 2600 Penrose Ferry Road, Pravco Penrose LLC. That's moot, issued in error.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Number 2021-3571, 2323 East Susquehanna Avenue, Aaron Pilhofer, moot.
Thank you.
Number 2021-4982, 3623 North 8th Street, Manuel Davila, moot complied.
Thank you.
Number 2021-5313, 1617 Parish Street, Deborah Roundtree, that's withdrawn by the department. Number 2021-5686, 6300-08 Glenmore Avenue, Higham Lagibi, moot, issued in error.
Thank you.
Number 2022-2161, 164 West Coulter Street, Nathaniel Berkeley Jr., moot.
Thank you.
Number 2024-2494, 930 Arch Street, Ta Moy 2, Ta Sandy. That's appellant's continuance request. No objection from the city.
Is anyone here representing the appellant? Joseph H. Consul Esquire is noted as counsel, either online or present in the room. I think someone has a recommendation for you.
Good afternoon, Amy Skiles on behalf of the city. I'm the attorney assigned to this matter. I got in contact with Mr. Consul's office yesterday. He's currently on vacation, so I don't expect him to be on the call.
Okay.
It was my understanding he did submit a request letting the board know he wouldn't be here today.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Next is number 2024-2664, 1522 North.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, that would be a third hearing. This was a second,
Yeah.
so
you're right. Let's go back to number 19-2494, 930 Arch Street. That will be
that's 17.
17. Yes. That will be continued with the caveat must be tried going forward. Thank you.
Conditioning is relevant at all.
Please, Mr. Moto. Okay, Mr. Kelly.
Next is number 2024-2664, 1522 North Lawrence Street, Shane Letty, moot complied.
Thank you.
Number 2024-3555, 1637 South 9th Street, Stephen Fratone. That's an agreement for a city affirm and a $150 fine.
Thank you.
Number 22, HA 2024-3572, 1602 South Broad Street, 1602 South Broad Street, BH LLC. That's an agreement for a city affirm and a 90-day stay of enforcement.
Thank you.
Number 24, 2024-3574, 8414 Hegerman Street, appellant Raymond Longstreth. That's moot, issued in error.
Thank you.
Number 26, 2024-3584, 1403 South 8th Street, Alfredo Nicatra. That's settled for a city affirm with a $150 fine.
Thank you.
Number 29, 2024-3599, 1344 North Franklin Street, La Vaquita Food Truck LLC, DBA Jamie Moreno Sarmientos. That appeal has been withdrawn.
Thank you.
Number 32, 2024-3627, 6649 Tulip Street, 1892 Broadway Associates, Inc., moot, complied.
Thank you.
Number 33, 2024-3628, 2752 Germantown Avenue, Knickknack Interiors, Inc. That's a joint continuance request.
Okay, that matter will be continued.
Number 34, 2024-3629, 5013 Parish Street, Jerome Henry, DBA Boundsman Investments LLC. That's been withdrawn by the department.
Withdrawn. Okay.
Number 35, 2024-3644, 1933 East Huntington Street, Retained Realty, Inc. That's moot.
Moot.
Next is number 37, 2024-3651, 2418 South Edgewood Street, Lincoln Nunez. That's withdrawn by the department.
Withdrawn.
Number 38, 2024-3654, 326 Delmar Street, Teresa Gleason. That's withdrawn by the appellant.
Withdrawn.
Number 39, 2024-3656, 20 North Ashmead Place, Mark Batakis, moot, complied.
Thank you.
Number 41, 2024-3672, 428 South Street, that's ADJ Properties LLC, that's moot.
Moot.
Number 44, 2024-3684, 2402 Spruce Street, 2402 Spruce LLC, that's moot, complied.
Thank you.
Number 45, 2024-3696, 1015 Annan Street, Andrew Albergo, moot, complied.
Thank you.
Number 46, 2024-3714, 5933 Elsinore Street, Kathleen Lynch, that's moot, issued in error.
Thank you.
Number 47, 2024-3717, 3232 Kensington Avenue, Niaz Ahmed, DBA EO Ramos LLC, that's moot, complied.
Thank you.
Number 49, 2024-3720, 236 South Street, Mohan Parmar, moot, complied.
Thank you.
Number 50, 2024-3730, 237-39 East Worcester Street, Regina Millen, that's moot.
Moot.
Number 51, 2024-3741, 603 East Wishart Street, Erasto Morales. That's an agreement for a city affirm and a 60-day stay of enforcement.
Thank you.
Number 52, 2024-3745, 327 South Smedley Street, Brendan Kelly, that's moot, complied. Number 53, 2024-3752, 136 East Cumberland Street, Besnick, Toda. That's an agreement for a city affirm and a $1,000 fine.
Okay.
And finally, number 54, 2024 3754, 300 Leverington Avenue, Anastasia Pfeiffer. The city is requesting that this appeal be marked as appeal sustained. It was issued to the wrong party, to the wrong house.
Okay, so if it's issued to the wrong house, it's going to be withdrawn and reissued, correct?
Yeah, it'll be withdrawn either way. That's
So
just
it's
the
a
city's
moot
request.
matter.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, so we don't have to vote on that. It's a moot matter. Just withdraw it
Okay,
and reissue it.
understood. That's all that I have. I do have a matter
Are we
with,
marking it withdrawn?
it can be withdrawn by the
Yeah,
department.
that's, we're going to mark it as withdrawn and it'll be reissued based on the discretion of the department.
I do have one of my own cases with a
Yeah.
standing matter. I don't know if now.
Sure, if you have a preliminary matter, yeah.
Sure. So this is number 16, 2024-2353,
Wait, wait.
15.
Number 16?
Yes. 1531 North Fraser Street.
Okay,
So, we were here about 2 months ago. So Ms. Tapper Taylor is here today. She's not the individual to whom the notice was issued. The notice was issued and the property is owned by her mother, who is now deceased.
was a notice issued to her mother?
Correct, just to
Okay.
her mother, not to her.
Okay,
Ms. Tapper Taylor has appealed and we're here today, but no notice has been issued to her personally.
Do you mind
okay,
me-
Ms. Taylor, give us your name,
do you
please.
mind me- your house?
There's a button there. We need you to,
No.
Mariko Tapper Taylor.
okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear to affirm the testimony you give be the truth so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, ma'am, the property at question,
Does
is it in
he-
your name?
No, it's not in my name yet.
Okay, so that means you don't have standing to appeal.
No.
Well, I'm in the process
Well,
of getting it to my name and I'm gonna see.
Okay,
the
but
lawyer.
until that's done, we can't hear your case. Now, you,
Yeah, well, when they fucking drop that.
now,
Chairman,
yes,
do we want to take executive decision before we talk about this?
okay, let's do this.
Why don't,
Yeah, well, let's do this because I want to get through any other preliminary matters. So let's do this. We're going to have to, what's appropriate, we're going to have, given that what you just raised requires some decisions on behalf of the board. And so we're going to not be able to take this up
No,
in
I'll talk to you
preliminary.
later.
We'll come back. Okay?
Oh, understood.
Yeah, we'll come back.
So I stay here.
Yes, just take your seat. We'll call you up in a moment.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else in the room who has a preliminary matter, please come forward.
Excuse me. Hello,
I'm not sure who's speaking.
Regina McLean.
Lean, are you with the law department?
No, sir.
Okay, so just hold on a moment. I'm only at the moment asking the law department staff to come forward with preliminary matters, okay?
Oh. No problem. Thank you.
Okay.
To me, but. Six 25, right? 43, 40. Yes. Martin. Okay.
Thank you. May it please the board, Leonard
Yes.
F. Reuter for the city of Philadelphia.
Good,
Our-
yeah, good
our
afternoon.
AUTER.
Board, Craig Sobel from Vito Canuso's office.
Okay,
So I didn't hear your name?
Craig Sobel, Sobel.
what number, which case are we,
Sure. We're here on case number 43, HA 2024-003681 for 6625 Castor Avenue. This is an appeal from an intent to cease, but not the underlying violations which predated that. Long story short, they have a zoning board hearing coming up that's not going to be heard by the zoning board till January. So we've reached an agreement to continue the matter on certain conditions. that the property will not have any live entertainment, that they remove DJ equipment in the property, and that they remove the sidewalk cafe until that's been, that needs to be approved by ordinance. So LNI doesn't really have any, we can't legalize that. But just so you know, it does have lawful use for a restaurant. They're fine to continue operating the restaurant. We're not going to cease the restaurant, but they do need, we'll give them 7 days to remove the DJ equipment and the sidewalk cafe. And we will, we can follow up with a written agreement if the board
Yes.
wants one.
That would be appropriate. Mr. Sobel, are you, can you confirm that in fact that's reflects your understanding of the agreement?
That is the understanding, and we will, we are allowed to at least store the.
You can store the DJ equipment
on
in the basement.
Premises.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. We will note this is continued
And
then.
it has to be continued past
Yes.
January.
We will
Yes.
note that it's continued past January 2026. Okay,
Very
thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
I have one or two other things.
Yes.
Thanks, Craig. Take care. Number 25 on the list, that's HA 2024-003580, 2625 McKean Street. The appellant is Fong Pham. I don't know if they are here or in TV land, but the city is withdrawing that violation as being issued in error. My understanding is that the board is marking those as moot rather than appeal sustained. So we just want to make sure that it doesn't get marked that the appeal is withdrawn. It's the violation that's being withdrawn.
Okay, if the violation is being withdrawn, then it's moot.
That's the,
Yep, okay. We mark that as moot. Thank you.
thank you. Lastly, there is, for me, number 3 on the list, which is kind of hard for me to read on this, HA 2021-003006, I believe, for
206.
206.
No, no,
It's
no, no, no.
0306, yeah,
3006.
I apologize.
What number is that? Excuse me?
number 3. And the address is 13063 Bustleton Avenue. It's Pete Tripodi, doing business as Tripodi Group LLC. As an LLC, they need to be represented by counsel. We have not received any information that a council's been entered.
Okay.
The city would be asking for, we would be okay with continuing the matter if there is no.
Well, let's see if
precedent.
anyone's present. If Mr. Tripodi is present? Is he present? Is anyone online with that name representing the interests of 13063 Bustleton Avenue?
No one is answering, sir, but I do have an indication in my notes that they did contact boards asking for a continuance for today.
Okay, are you opposed to that request?
Yeah, the city would be okay with that request, with the reminder that they need to obtain counsel.
Okay,
And we would like that noted in the record that, because in our email, we also emailed about this and we specifically noted that they need to obtain counsel, so.
okay. The record will reflect that this matter is being continued for appellant to obtain counsel.
Thank you.
That's it? Okay, thank you. Anyone else in the room have a preliminary matter?
Good afternoon, Board. Caitlin
Afternoon.
Carmody on behalf of the city. I would like to draw attention to Appeal Number 10, HA 2021-004758. The property is 1121 Gilham Street, and the appellant is a Daniele Miranda. That listed appellant is not the record owner of the property, so the city wanted to lodge a standing objection. I'm unsure if anybody representing that property is here or on Zoom.
Okay, is anyone in the room representing the interests of 1121 Gilham Street? Anyone in the room or on Zoom? Anyone present? Representing the interests of 1121 Gilham Street, Daniela Miranda. That's the name of the appellant. Anyone present? Okay, Mr. Moto, would you confirm service, please?
Sir, appellants listed 1121 Gillum Street in their appeal, and they also listed 1262 Meadowbrook Road, Rydell, PA. Notice of this hearing was sent to both addresses on 6/2 of 25.
All right, thank you very much. What is the city's pleasure? No one is responding.
Seeing no one present, the city would request a city affirmed for non-appearance.
Okay, thank you. What time do we have, Mr. Pincus?
1:14 PM.
1:14 PM. We will poll the board regarding HA 2021-004-758-1121 Gillum Street, Daniele Miranda. This matter is dismissed for lack of appearance.
City dismissed failure to appear by the appellant.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the room? Okay.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Kirsten Patchell for the city.
Afternoon,
I wanted to call your attention to number 30 on the list.
30.
Yeah, HA 2024-003614-2427 Rittner Street. This is an SBN that was issued to the property owners for weeds. The appeal was, or the SBN was appealed by a Juan Martino. The city just wants to raise a standing issue. He is not the individual issued the SBN.
Okay, Mr. Juan Martino was not the name on the SBN?
No.
Okay, is Juan Martino present? Is Juan Martino present on Zoom? Anyone else present representing the interests of 2427 Rittner Street? Anyone present?
Sir, in this matter, appellants listed 2427 West Rittner Street in the appeal. Notice of this hearing was sent to that address on 6/2/25.
Now, you indicated West Rittner. Is there any issue with service? with
Both were West Rittner.
both West
Yeah,
Rittner?
the appeal indicated West Rittner Street and the notice of hearing was sent to West Rittner Street.
Okay, and the violation was noted West Whitner as well?
Just 2427 Rittner Street.
Okay, we may have a service issue between West Rittner and Rittner. So let's do this. Let's confirm service, and we'll continue that matter for the moment and confirm service.
As I said, sir, service was sent to the property at 2427 West Rittner Street.
Yes, but the violation was written to Rittner, didn't indicate the West or, so that may not be a difference, but it may be a difference. And so in order to be equitable and fair to the appellant, we're going to continue, allow it to be reissued to Rittner Street. Okay, we'll send the violation notice to Rittner Street and see what happens.
Understood.
Lynn Riddle, Huber Board Council, I think we
Yes.
should send it both to Rittner
And
and
West
West
Rittner?
Rittner,
Okay.
both addresses.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
good afternoon, board members. I have three preliminary matters to call the board's attention to. The first,
Need your name on the record, please.
my apologies, Sean Loeb for the city. The last name is Logue.
Okay, Mr. Lowe?
My first preliminary matter is case number 9 on our list, appeal ending in 004669, address 1824 East Madison Street, appellant Paulson Services LLC. The challenge violation was issued for a missing certificate of occupancy and for a property being used for multifamily housing when it's only zoned for single family. My understanding is that the property has reverted back to single family use, which would make the appeal moot. But since it is somewhat ambiguous, I wanted to see if the attorney for the appellant, Wayne Mattard, is present to confirm the status of the appeal.
Okay, is that status changed based on an inspection?
Yes, so I think the most recent inspection was quite a while ago. You'll note that the violation number is from 2021.
Yes,
And so the property did revert back to that previous use
okay.
a while ago, but in the meantime, the appellant filed an appeal.
Okay, well, let's call and see if anyone responds. Is Wayne Maynard present, the attorney for the appellant present? Okay, what about Paulson Services LLC? Anyone else present representing the LLC noted as the appellant? Okay, so Mr. Logue, what is your pleasure? You want us to, you gonna mark this as moot or you withdrawing the violation? What?
I would ask the board to have this matter marked as moot.
Moot,
That-
okay.
That is my understanding of the violation. I just didn't want to.
Okay, we'll accept your representation of what you consider to be the facts, and we'll note it as moot.
Understood. Thank you,
Okay.
Chairman. Next is case number 11 on the list, appeal ending in 0046962, address 1715 North Newkirk Street. Appellant is Daniel Cross, operating an LLC called CD Management LLC. I did have a chance to speak with Ms. Cross in a breakout room and informed her since the property is owned by an LLC and the notice of violation was issued to an LLC, she will need an attorney for appeal to be heard.
Okay, she here today?
She is on Zoom, I believe, although I don't see her currently.
Okay, that's Danielle Cross doing business as Management, CD Management LLC. Ma'am, if you're present, please unmute. Okay, you advised her that she needed to have counsel, then you would ask that this matter be continued?
I did, yes.
Okay, so we'll just note it as continued to secure counsel.
Sounds good. Thank you. And then
Okay.
lastly, I was wondering if I could get into a breakout room with Mr. Raymond Longstreet. His appeal was read as moot earlier, but I
What
see-
number is that?
It's case number 24 on the list, appeal ending in 3574. His appeal was read as moot earlier, but I see him still on the Zoom, so I just wanted to have a
Okay.
brief chat with him.
Raymond Longstreth, are you available to participate in a breakout room? Mr.
Yes,
Moore,
I'm
can you-
available, Your Honor. I was
Yeah, just-
confused on
Yeah,
the,
okay, just for a moment, we'll check your computer. A prompt will come through with a breakout room for you to join. Mr. Logue will join you in that breakout room and you can discuss the details.
okay, thank you.
All right. Mr. Logue, he'll tell you which breakout room you're in.
Everyone should have a prompt for room 3.
Room 3.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else have a preliminary matter?
Good afternoon, Amy Skiles on behalf of the city. I'd like to bring number 4 to the board's attention.
4? Okay.
Yes, HA 2021-003206, 240 Market Street. The appellant's Michael Stozic. There may be a standing issue here. I'm not sure. I don't know if Mr. Stozic is present. I would like to speak with him to further discuss if he is.
Mr. Stozic, are you present or anyone representing the interests of 240 Market Street? No one is responding. Is this a matter of construction permits,
Yes, it is.
building permits?
Yes.
Okay, no one's responding. Let's confirm service.
Sir, appellants in this matter listed 236 Market Street as their address in the appeal. Notice of this hearing was sent to that same address on 6/2/25.
6225?
Yes,
No
sir.
one's responding, Ms. Scow, so,
Then hearing no response, the city would ask that the appeal be dismissed for failure to appear.
okay, what time do we have, Mr. Pincus?
1:22 p.m.
1:22 p.m.? Okay. Well, we will poll the board regarding HA 2021-003206, 240 Market Street, Michael Stosic. This matter is dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Judge, failure to appear.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Anyone else?
Good afternoon, Alana Larson for the City of Philadelphia.
Last name again, please?
Larson,
Larkin?
Larson.
Yes.
I have 3 preliminary matters, one of which the appellant is in the room. If
Okay.
we want to start with that.
Okay. Put it on the record, then we'll have him come up.
It is Appeal HA 2024-003573. It's number 23 on the list,
23?
321 Manheim Avenue.
Okay. Yes, sir. Please come up.
So I believe this is a standing issue. The appeal or the notice was issued to Larry Taylor and the appellant is his son Brendan Taylor.
Okay, sir, your name?
Brendan Taylor.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm the testimony that you give be the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, sir, what is your relationship to this property?
That was my father's house, but he passed away in 2023.
Is your name on the deed now?
So he willed the property to me. So the property is under his estate, and I'm the executor of his estate.
Oh,
So
okay.
the-
Do
but
you have
the-
any documentation for that
Well,
effect?
I mean, the notice to come here came.
Well, let's do this. We won't hear that now. The two of you should talk about whatever information he has regarding his status as the executor of the estate. And if you're satisfied that he's appropriately represented the interests of the estate, then we'll hear it. But we'll need to call you back when we have our regular hearing session in a few moments, okay?
Okay.
All right. You had two other matters?
Yes, number 2 on the list, appellant Genarch Investment LLC, HA 2021-0002-885.
Okay.
The property is owned by an LLC, and I do not believe that there is an attorney present to represent the LLC.
This is 5528 Beaumont Street.
Yes,
And Gina Battaglia, doing business at Genarch Investments and Management. Is anyone present representing the interests of that LLC or that company? Anyone present?
Sir, appellants in this matter listed P.O. Box 745, Turnersville, New Jersey, and their appeal. Notice of this hearing was sent to that same address on 6/2/25.
Okay, no one is responding. So what is your pleasure?
the city would ask that it was dismissed for failure to appear.
Okay, what time do we have, Mr. Pincus?
1:26 PM.
1:26 PM. We will poll the board regarding HA 2021-002-885-5528 Beaumont Street. Gina Battaglia, doing business as Genarch Investments and Management. This matter is dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear. Go ahead, Steve.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Thank you.
And then the last one is number 28 on the list. The appellant is Elton Poitzer, HA 2024-003-589. Property address is 5119 Cedar Avenue. I believe he may be present on Zoom.
Okay, what is the issue?
Again, the notice of violation was issued to the appellants as, I think it is, 1 second, let me get their names.
Chairman Woodson, Lynn Riddle-Huber, I think this is another title issue, title issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a standing issue in terms of his relationship to the property.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm the son.
okay, who's speaking?
This is Elton.
Okay, this is Elton Poiter.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
All right, Mr. Poiter, is your name on the deed, sir?
No, it is not. It was my parents' house. They passed away, so I'm one of the children.
Okay, so what we'll need to do, we'll call you back when we have a regular hearing in a few moments.
Yes, sir.
But that does represent a complication in this matter, so we'll call it back, okay?
So stay online?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything else?
That's all for preliminary.
Okay. Anyone else in the room with a preliminary matter? If not, I will hear from anyone online, any lawyer representing the Department of License and Inspections, Law Department online who has a preliminary matter. Please use the raised hand signal symbol in order to be heard. Anyone online with a preliminary matter? Sir, if you are not a member of the Law Department, we will not hear from you at this moment. Anyone from the Law Department with a preliminary matter online? No hands being recognized or seen. We will now take a short recess for executive session. We'll return in a few moments. Thank you.
Chairman,
Yes.
can I chime in? I am an attorney for case number 27,
Yes.
CF 2024-077-828.
Okay.
I have David Denenberg. I have a preliminary matter on this case.
Well, okay, wait a minute. Let me see who's representing the city in this.
Good
Ms.
afternoon.
Pascal.
Wait. I'd like her to identify herself, whoever she's going to be. Yes.
Good afternoon, Kristen Patchell on behalf of
Okay,
the
Ms.
city.
Patchell. Mr. Denenberg, what's the issue?
So the issue is there is a bankruptcy that was filed by the owner of the property, Business as Usual LLC, case number 25-10551. And under the automatic stay of the bankruptcy code, including all the exceptions that I have read, this matter should be stayed. And I can cite all of the exceptions to the civil code in the bankruptcy.
Okay, well, let's hear from Ms. Patchell. Ms. Patchell, what's your response to this?
So the city's position in this matter is that we will defer to the board.
Okay, I just need you, in this instance, Mr. Denenberg is asking us to stay, which means to continue it for a period of time.
That's
Mr.
correct.
Denenberg, how long do you think this will require to be continued?
I would say, as long as the bankruptcy get a plan, it could be 5 years. I would continue it for 6 months.
Okay, let's do this. We will consider this matter in executive session. Mr. Denenberg, just sit tight, and when we come
Thank you.
back, we will have a ruling for you.
And just for the record, I do have the section of the bankruptcy code that talks about the stay. If the board wants to see it, I can pass it up.
Okay, you please pass it to council. And this is bankruptcy. We will come back with a response shortly.
And can I ask counsel what section she is referring to? Because I've been in front of Judge Coyle on this
Oh,
matter.
just let her answer. Let her answer.
Sure, Mr. Denenberg. Section 362.
Okay, and if there is a need for the two of you to talk, have that conversation while we're in executive session. We don't need that conversation
362.
necessarily on the record, okay? All right, thank you. We're in executive session. We're off the record. Good afternoon, everyone. We're back on the record. We will now begin our hearing in earnest to hear the balance of the listing. And we want to revisit several of those preliminary matters that we passed previously. And I see a hand raised in the room, so I'm going to ask you to come up and present that matter on the record. Yes. Please note for the record that we are now a three-person panel, which is permitted by code to hear the balance and remainder of the cases that are not resolved. Okay. We'll need to have you put your name on the record again.
Alana Larson for the city.
Okay, and which case are we here for?
Number 23, HA 2024-003573.
Okay. And Mr. Brendan Taylor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Brendan Taylor. And you had a conference?
Yes, we're gonna do a joint request for continuance so that Mr. Taylor can get the title sorted out.
Okay, Mr. Taylor, you agree with that continuance request?
Yes.
Okay, would the record will reflect a joint request for continuance? Okay, that's just so for the record is clear, that's HA 2024-003573-321 Manheim Street, Brendan Taylor. Okay, all right, sir, have a good afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
And then you can just email me. I'll give you my email. It's, yeah, I can pull it over here. Wait, I have a card I can grab. Yeah, just one second. Let me do this. And then I have one more with the appellant that's in the room. Merlin? Oh, wait, this was on the regular list, but we came to an agreement.
okay, which matter?
Number 19,
Number 19?
HA 2024-0993532.
Okay, and the appellant is?
Merlin Wayuti.
Merlene Wayuti? Wayuti, okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, I cannot hear the speaker.
Okay, ma'am, turn the speaker, is it on? And put it very close to your face and speak loudly. You give us your name again.
Merlin Wayuti.
Merlene Wayuti, that's Wayudi, correct? All right, thank you. What is the issue?
So we're going to do a continuance to enter agreement for a city of firm $150 fine.
Okay, Ms. Wayuti, you agree with that, the terms of that agreement?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we'll note for the record that this is a settlement and the terms are city affirmed with a $150 fine.
Yes,
Okay, thank you very much. Ma'am, have a good afternoon.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, we do also want to return to number 27, 5049 Lancaster Avenue. I'd ask the city to return, and Mr. David Denenberg, I'm sure you're still with us.
I am.
Okay, we've taken a moment to review the matter as you presented it, and just will, for a moment, allow the city to identify herself, then we will.
Before we proceed with the matter, for the record, I believe we're at a procedural status, so it's not going to affect the formal disposition of the case. But I would recuse myself from any involvement in this matter because of the relationship on a professional level I've had with Mr. Denenberg for a long time.
Okay, the record will reflect the statement by my colleague, Mr. Pincus. Okay,
Good afternoon again. Kristen Patchell for the city.
okay, Ms. Patchell, we've reviewed this matter and we have several questions. At this point, the board has decided that it would like to, we will offer you and give you a short continuance for about 30 days. I think we may have a date. And the reason we want to do that, Mr. Denenberg, there are several questions that need to be answered before we continue this ad infinitum. We want to know, one, is the property still being operated? We need to know the nature of the violations.
Can I answer this question?
Yeah, let me finish. We need to know the nature of the violations, et cetera, to determine if there is any public safety or health issues that would impact our decision to grant a continuance until the bankruptcy is resolved. Mr. Denenberg?
Thank you very much, Commissioner. This violation was a violation that occurred on July 20th, 2024, when there was a DJ party on a parking lot. There has been no activity at the property since July 20th of 2024. There have been no other parties. There's no extension cords. There's no nothing.
Okay. What I'd like to do, though, I need to have Ellen and I to confirm what you've just said. And what date do we have, Mr. Moto? 8/26 or 25, both of you available to return?
Yeah, that's
I'll
fine.
be,
Yes, I didn't hear you, Mr. Denenberg.
I'm sorry, I should have let council go first. I will be out of the country on a prepaid vacation for 3 weeks in August. Is
Okay.
there a way that we can go?
Yes, we can go beyond that date in September. So
Perfect.
we'll have someone
Send out a new notice, sir.
we'll select a September date. Ms. Patchell, is that okay?
That's fine, but Chairman Woodson, I would like to just indicate for the record, Inspector Raudenbush is still present to my knowledge.
Yeah, but I don't want to hear the case today. We're
I
going to
understand.
continue. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Mr. Woodson, that date would be 9/9.
9/9. Mr. Denenberg, will you be back?
I will be back in the country.
Okay, we will continue this matter to September 9th.
Thank you,
Okay,
Commissioner.
thank you very much. Have a good afternoon. Ms. Patchell, thank you.
Have a good vacation.
Thank you.
Okay, we also want to call up, let's see, what's the lady's name? 16. Okay. Number 16, that's 1531 North Fraser Street, Mariko Taylor, and that's 2353. Okay, Ms. Taylor, you are remain under oath?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Kelly, put your name on the record again, please.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Jim Kelly, Kelly, on behalf of the city.
Okay, a quick review. The record indicates that this is the second listing for this matter. It was first listed on May 20th, and there's still continued issues regarding standing and title. So we want to hear from Ms. Taylor. So what's the current status of your resolving that?
I haven't had it placed in my name yet.
Have you taken any action?
Yes, I have.
What action have you taken?
I called the attorney and I have a meeting on Tuesday to first get all the property put in my name, but I was trying to get a substantial amount of money up because I have to do the transfers.
Okay. Is there a need for the court to review the estate or anything like that?
Well, this was, at that time, it was under my mother's name.
Right.
The property.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know whether I have to pay her bill or not.
Well, I'm asking a different question. Does she have a will deeding the property to you?
Everything that she has goes to me. I'm her only one. Or only
Okay, so
survivor.
you the only, okay, so all of her property, all of the assets of the estate go to you?
Yes.
Well, wait, you just said you're the only surviving. Were there other brothers or
No,
sisters?
no, I'm the only one.
You're the only child.
Yes.
Okay, and there was no one else she identified as who would be getting any of her property?
No.
Okay. Mr. Kelly, any response?
Sure. So I think from the city's perspective, no fines have accrued on this case during the pendency of the appeal. I think the city would oppose a further continuance just because a new notice, if and when Ms. Tapper Taylor obtains title, a new notice will have to be generated to her anyway. Because as of now, she has not received notice. Notice is only issued to her mother.
Okay.
So in order for enforcement to occur or anything like that, a new notice would need to happen anyway. And so I don't think a continuance would really be.
Well, let me ask you
necessary.
this question, Mr. Taylor. Why have you just got the vacant property license? Are you living in the house?
No, it's unlivable. Someone broke
Okay,
in.
why not just get the license?
Property vacancy. I think I did get that one.
Do you have a vacant property license?
I think so. I have to look and see because my mother had a lot of properties, but she didn't have any money.
No, you aren't answering the question I asked you.
If I may, she does have the vacant property license. That violation has been complied. There's about
So why
six,
are we here then?
there's about 6 other violations on the notice of violation for physical issues at the property, doors, windows, that sort of thing.
Oh,
None of those are complied. But she did obtain the vacant property license maybe 2 weeks ago.
Well, but if the violation has to be reissued, would that make this pending appeal a moot matter?
I think it would.
Okay, so the decision today can be that it's moot then. Would that be appropriate?
Well, so, I mean, it can be moot, but as of now, there's nobody for the department to really issue the notice of violation to, unless and until she obtains, clear title.
Okay,
It's
all
a
right.
lot.
Okay.
Which
Now,
I understand might be happening.
What we're trying to do is to be fair and equitable to you, to give you a chance to resolve things. At the same time, we're trying to keep our record from getting too complex with lots of different moving parts. So the decision we will make today will be to simplify everything. Okay? We'll just give us a moment. Yeah. What address is this? We're looking at 15 page. Oh, okay, okay, thank you. Well, the decision of the board is to do this. We're going to continue this matter, Mr. Kelly, for a minimum of 6 months. Ma'am, that should give you enough time to get a lawyer, to get this matter resolved, to have that lawyer represent your interests in resolving the violations, okay?
Okay,
All
thank
right?
you.
You're welcome. And that now, this is a must be heard. If you come back again, we must hear this.
No, I'm clear. My mother had a lot of bills that I'm trying to clear up, and
Okay.
it's just me.
Okay,
Nobody
Alrighty.
else, just me.
okay. All right. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we will also want to hear from, just one moment. Number 28. Mr. Elton Portier. Read that matter in, please.
This is hearing appeal ending 3589, 5119 Cedar Street, Elton Poiter.
I think that's Cedar Avenue.
Yes, sir.
5119 Cedar Avenue, I'm sorry, Elton Poiter.
Okay, who's representing the city?
This,
Alana Larson for the city.
Okay, Mr. Portier?
yes, sir.
Would you raise your right hand to be sworn? And please give us the correct pronunciation of your last name.
Poitier. Poi like in toy, Poitier.
Poitier. Okay,
Yes,
we're
sir.
trying to associate you with Poitier, so my apologies.
That's the French pronunciation, so that's okay.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony today will be the truth to help you God?
I do, sir.
All right, thank you. Put your hand down. Okay, I believe we have an issue of standing.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Poitier, we're recalling this matter because your name is not on the deed. Is that correct?
Correct.
What's the status of this property ownership?
It's my parents are deceased, so it's 5 of us, and I'm the executor.
Okay, do you have formal designation as the executor?
I don't have my brother. My brother is acting executor, and he's moved out, so I have to get it from him. I don't have it officially right now.
Okay, but do you have anything appointing you executive of the estate?
I don't have anything physically. I think my brother has it.
And if your brother, is it in his name or your name?
It's in my name, but he was acting executor.
Okay. For today, we can't hear this matter because you don't have standing.
Yes, sir.
Your name is not the only name on it. Well, is in the state and is attainable title in the simplest way to put it. So you either got to get it transferred. And where you are in terms of getting all the estate's matters settled? How far along are you?
We're just starting, sir.
Okay. So you need to have a conversation with the city's attorney and provide her a copy of whatever you do have. And based on that information, she'll determine whether or not we can come back or whether or not we need to make a different decision in terms of the process.
Yes, sir.
Do you have contact information for her?
I don't, sir.
Okay, ma'am, I'm sorry, would you mind putting your name and then contact information on the record?
Yes. Alana Larson, ALANNALARSON @phila.gov. That's my email.
Okay.
So send her an email, provide her copies of the documents that you do have, and the two of you need to have a conversation.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Yes,
For
sir.
the moment, we will continue this matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So I can leave?
Yes, sir, you're done for the day.
Okay, I'll send an email, Lana.
And that's all of my matters. May I
Yeah.
have excuse?
All right, have a good afternoon. Okay,
Thank
sir,
you.
have a good afternoon.
You as well. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Alrighty, I think that completes all the preliminary matters we had to deal with. So, Mr. Moto, where do we start?
I'm sorry, sir, if we can bring your attention to item number 48. That's hearing appeal ending 3718, 33 South Ashmead Place, Marilyn Hatcher. Have a seat, Ms. Hatcher.
Put the time in. Oh, right here, okay. 48.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Jim Marjo Mayor on behalf of the city.
Okay, may I spell your last name, please?
Yes, Mayor.
Okay, so this is your brand new and first time appearing before the board, I take it?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, and you have a good support person, Mr. Logue. So, Mr. Logue, put your name on the record, please.
Good afternoon, Chairman Woodson. Sean Logue for the city.
Okay, sir, are you a student or are you just a brand new member of this team?
Certified legal intern.
Okay, certified legal aid. Okay, alrighty. So we're gonna get started with that. Ma'am, give us your name.
Marilyn Hatcher.
Marilyn Hatcher. Mr. Kelly, are you able to hear her?
It would be better if she were louder, Chair.
Okay.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I can hear that in your voice. So what we're gonna ask you to do, make sure that okay, we're gonna make sure the button is pushed. It is? Okay. And so you can speak as loudly as you can. Now, the violation is written in your name, but is your husband's name also on the deed?
No.
Just your name on the deed?
Yes.
Okay, so what you may need to do, I don't want to make this complicated, if you are at the point where you cannot answer because of your voice, you can call him as a witness and you can ask him to respond as a witness, okay?
Okay.
All right, but we have to get this on record, so that's why the court report has to record everything that you say.
Okay.
Okay, so ma'am, would you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear or affirm the testimony that you give today be the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, what will happen is that the city's lawyers will put their case on the record. After they've done that, you will then have an opportunity to respond, okay? Okay, so let's proceed.
Mr. Chair, by way of quick introduction,
Okay,
the appeal before you at this time is a appeal of site violation notice issued with a $300 fine for exterior sanitation. It was issued for property located at 33 Ashmead Place on September 3, 2024. I have one witness, Ronald Davis.
okay, is Mr. Davis present in the room? He's online. Sarah, would you unmute yourself? Okay, Mr. Davis, do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let's proceed.
Please state your name for the record.
Ronald Davis,
Where are you currently employed?
City of Philadelphia License and Inspection.
And what is your title?
I am a code administrative supervisor. Today I'm sitting in as custodian of record.
And what are your responsibility on that role?
I attend court and board proceedings to serve as the representative for the department.
Excuse me, this is the court reporter. I apologize for the interruption. Mr. Davis, could you put the microphone just a little farther away from your mouth? It's distorting a bit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you familiar with the case file for 33 South Ashmead Place?
Yes,
Have you had an opportunity to review the LNI's record for this property prior to today?
yes,
Are those records kept in a regular course of department's business?
yes.
Mr. Chair, permission to share my
Yes,
screen?
please share your screen. It's number 2, 126. Yeah, wait a minute. Which one is this? It's 122. Number 4.
Okay, Mr. Davis, can you identify this document?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What is this?
Sorry.
This is the site violation notice.
Does it function like a ticket as opposed to a regular notice of violation?
Yes,
Do you mean that this is a one-time fine without reinspection?
yes, that's correct.
Sir, if you could do this, could make that a little larger, please, so that it's difficulty seeing it on our screens. Okay, thank you.
Okay, to what property is this SVN issued to?
33 South Ashman Place,
And who was it issued to?
Maryland Hatcher.
When was this issued?
Date of notice was September 3rd, 2024.
Right, what violation was this SVN for?
This was for PM 15-302.1 for exterior aerial sanitation.
Let me turn your attention to Exhibit B. What can you tell about this photo?
As you can see in the rear of the property, the inspector wrote up for the wooden pallets that are being stacked in the back of the yard.
Can you tell when this photo was taken?
I don't see a timestamp on. Can you scroll down?
Would it be in the SVN when they took the?
The actual, yes.
I'm sorry, why is this a violation?
Because this is also can be a fire hazard to the neighbors and also to the owner of the property. With the large pallets being stacked up that high.
It was stacked for a reason.
Is this the same picture but only closer?
Yes.
Turning your attention to Exhibit C. Oh, just for the record, this is a OPA for the document. Nothing further.
Okay, wait. Ma'am, do you want to ask, you have the right to ask the inspector questions based on his testimony.
I want to know why nobody came and knocked on my door and asked what's happening.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Chair, I did not hear that response.
Yes. Okay,
Can I let my husband speak?
okay. Just one moment.
A tree had fallen on my
Okay,
house.
let's do this. There's a, if you have a specific question for the inspector, you can ask that. And your question that you had just now was why no one
Yes.
knocked on your door.
Why the palace?
Okay, do you live at that address?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Mr. Davis, what is the procedure for responding to a complaint like this? What happens?
It is up to the inspector. Sometimes they will go in the back. If they have access to the rear of the property, they will go in the back, take the picture. Usually we don't necessarily have to knock on the door to let them know that we, go into their property, behind their property to see a violation.
Okay. Any additional questions, ma'am?
That was.
Okay, wait. Do you have any more questions?
I was just wondering.
Okay, all right.
Didn't come and knock and ask me.
Okay, all right. Any additional witnesses for the city?
No one else. Thank you.
No additional witnesses?
No.
Okay, all right, ma'am, you want to put on your case. That means that you can call your witness if you'd like to come sit next to you. You can ask him questions and he can respond. But he also will be cross-examined by the city, okay? So who will you call as your witness? What is his name? George Hatcher. Okay, Mr. Hatcher, if you're here, please come forward, bring a chair and have a seat next to Mrs. Hatcher.
Chairman Woodson, if I could just interject for a moment. I did get a chance to speak with Mr. and Mrs. Hatcher in the hallway, and they did bring photos with them.
Okay.
And knowing that it's probably more convenient to share those digitally rather than having them pass them around, I do have the photos on my computer that I could share.
Oh, okay.
When the time comes.
So you would be willing to share a screen if they raise those issues? Okay, all right. Okay, sir, you're the witness that's been called. What is your name?
My name is George Hatcher.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Everything that all of us says in these hearings are on the record, and you're under oath. Okay, ma'am, what you ask Mr. Hatcher to respond to? What do you want him to share with us? But because we have to record what you say.
Why was the pallets put on the deck?
Okay, why were the pellets put on the deck? Okay, Mr. Hatcher, what is your response?
Well, my response is I had a hard time trying to get somebody. Originally, there was a tree that fell. It fell next door. It fell on my roof. It tore down into the roof. It did a lot of extensive damage. And I went to the third house also.
Okay.
So what happened was I helped out the guy on the last house. It wasn't that much damage. Then I had to try to cut some of the tree and patch up the roof because it was raining in the house. So I couldn't get any contractors. I wanted to get.
Okay, Mr. Hatcher, we appreciate there's a lot of detail to this issue.
That's the reason why.
But what I want you to do is cut.
I'm getting to.
Listen, no, you can't speak while I'm speaking, okay? Only one person at a time. But what I want you to tell us, based on the question that was asked of you by your wife, why were the pallets in the rear yard?
Okay. The reason why they were there because the tree was between three houses. And being at this is part of the reason. I tried to get the contractors, but they took so long and they finally came and they wouldn't do the job. And the tree was slipping. Remember, it's between three houses. So I had to put them in there to help keep it keep it from moving and running.
So
into
your
houses.
solution was to use the pallets to support the tree to keep it from moving.
Yeah, there's a reason why also is because the pallets were easy to take it back to the pallet place,
Okay.
if you rent it or whatever. And there was electric wire that was hanging. It was pulled the wire down. So I had to call Pico. They didn't want to
Okay.
do the job. I'm telling you, this job was very.
Okay. I'm just, well, what we're trying to do, we don't want the
The
record.
pallets is there to keep the tree from falling. It's
Okay.
3 houses.
Okay, do you have any additional questions of your witness?
And I got some photos.
Okay, let's do this. Mr. Logue, if you want to put the photos and, the witness or the appellant can,
That's.
sir, you can't speak out of turn. Mr. Logue, would you mind putting the, photos up?
Anyway.
Yeah. This is the, Mr. Hatcher, I guess if you want to explain what the
Yeah,
photos are.
explain, sir or ma'am, what the photos represent.
Those photos represent the guy finally cut his side of the tree because I told him I was finished and it took him about 6 weeks to finally cut it. And when that guy came there to take the photo of the pallets there, the tree was still holding on to the pallets. And finally it was cut down and I removed the pallets. I
Okay.
could not remove them because it was holding a tree.
Okay, all right, so the issue is that you had the pallets in the rear yard to hold up the tree. The tree has now been removed and the pallets have not been
There's no
removed.
pallets, yeah.
Okay. Any cross-examination, Mr. Logue, or your colleague?
No, sir.
Yeah, that's the tree right there.
Okay, sir, but now the issue you have here today, though, is that a SVN was issued. Okay, a site violation. And a site violation is for whatever the condition was at that moment in time.
But, excuse me, may I say something?
But then, till I finish, then you can say something. And a site violation in and of itself would suggest that whatever was occurring at the time that it was issued is what the violation is written against. And if you correct the condition later, it still doesn't make the violation go away because it was in fact occurring at the time of the inspection. And based on your testimony, that was the condition when the inspector came to the property, correct? Okay. All right, sir, you want to offer some additional testimony?
Oh, yes. That is the only way I could have actually, I had to make sure that tree didn't do you know that tree was stuck all up
Sir,
the street?
you may be completely correct in describing the
Yeah, but
condition, but
Anybody could,
you
excuse
can't,
me, but whatever you could use to hold the tree up so it won't fall, that's what you use. What else could I have done?
I have no idea. I'm not a tree
I
expert.
couldn't use a scalpel because that's
And
legal.
two things, we're not gonna argue,
Okay.
okay? And so I have no idea what it takes to have a tree of that size in that circumstance removed. I know there are tree companies who are expert at this stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but apparently they didn't want to come and do the job. I have,
Okay.
it's like 5.
So have you had a conversation with the inspector or LNI?
No, they would not talk.
Okay, two people can't respond at the same time, ma'am. Have you, okay. I didn't ask that. Have you called them or sent them an email to initiate a conversation? Pardon me? Okay,
The only thing I did, I tried to appeal it and they kept sending me letters. They kept sending letters.
but that isn't what I asked. I asked that you have a conversation with the inspector.
Because he was not available.
Okay,
That's the problem.
okay. Now, if there is an issue regarding the fine amount, this is not the venue to adjust the board of, I think, Tax Review Board is responsible for hearing your appeal regarding the amount of the fine. That's what the Tax Review Board does. We don't do that. The issue here is whether or not the violation actually existed and whether or not what was there was in fact a violation. And I guess I would ask Mr. Davis if he's still available. Mr. Davis?
Yes.
In terms of your role in LNI and your inspectors, based on what has been testified to here by the appellant, does that represent a violation if it was actually being used to save the structure of the property?
It's still a violation. If it's there to hold the tree up or not.
Well, if there were some other structure being employed to hold the tree up, would it matter?
No.
Okay. Sir, please, otherwise you can go sit back there because whatever you say gets recorded. So please don't now that you're finished, go sit in the back.
I have a question for Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mr. Davis, had the inspector knocked on the door prior to or after writing the violation? Don't you think that they would have been informed of the reason why the pallets were there?
Yes. I believe I'm not the inspector. I believe the inspector knocked on the door and talked to the owner of the property. They would have got a better understanding of what was going on in the back of the yard with multiple owners dealing with that tree issue.
So you believe the outcome would be different than today?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask my colleagues to join me in an executive session before we render a decision in this matter. Good, back on the record. Ma'am, Ms. Hatcher, approximately how long did it take from the time that the tree fell to the time that you put the pallets out in the back? How long was that? Weeks or days or months? You have to speak at the table, sir. If you have a response, you can speak at the table.
Okay, I can give you a couple of.
I'm
No,
sorry,
no,
I
no.
cannot hear.
What I'm asking, Mr. Hatcher, is how long did it take after the tree came down for you to bring the pallets to support the tree? How much time?
It took probably several weeks.
Several
because
weeks?
I had to bring them through the house.
Okay, and the second question is, how long did it take from the time that the tree fell until eventually someone cut it up?
That took a couple of months,
Okay.
but
all
there's
right.
a reason why.
But don't want to go into explanation. I just want to have the answer to that.
I wanted to cut that.
Understood, understood. Okay, thank you very much. Also, I just want to repeat, sir and ma'am, that the issue of the fine itself is to be dealt with by the Tax Review Board. If you want to appeal the fine, the dollar amount, you have to contact the Tax Review Board, okay? We're at the point now rendering a decision in this matter regarding HA 2024-003718, 33 South Ashmead Place, Maryland Hatcher, appeal sustained.
City affirmed.
Appeal sustained.
Okay, that means, ma'am, the majority vote is appeal sustained. You won your appeal. Okay? But you still, I advise you, talk to Mr. Logue after the hearing is over, but I still advise you to talk with consider talking with the Tax Review Board. Okay? Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Okay, what's our next matter, Mr. Moto?
Bring your attention, sir, to item 42 on the list. That's hearing appeal ending 3678 1851 West Champlain Avenue, Donna Santiago.
Good afternoon, boards.
Good afternoon. Just one moment. Just one moment. I think we have the appellant in the room. 42.
Chair, this is the reporter. Could I please have Mr. Mayor's first name again?
Okay.
It's Jemarjo.
Thank you.
And would you mind spelling your last name again?
Yes, Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Mayor. Okay, ready? Ms. Donna Santiago? Okay, ma'am, would you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear or affirm the testimony that you give today be the truth to help you God?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Make sure that microphone is on, that green light should be lit, and pull it close to your face.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Patrick, are you assisting Mr. Mayor today?
Yes.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Kristen Patchell for the city.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Mayor, do you have any witnesses today?
Ronald Davis.
Mr. Davis, raise your right hand again. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, let's proceed. Now, Mr. Mayor, would you kindly proceed with your
Yes,
case?
by a very quick introduction, the appeal before at this time is appeal of site violation notice issued with a $300 fine for exterior area sanitation. It was issued on the property located at 1821 West Chambliss Avenue on August 6, 2024. I'm gonna question my witness now.
Yes, please.
Please state your name for the record.
Ronald Davis.
Mr. Davis, where are you currently employed?
City of Philadelphia License and Inspection.
And what is your title?
Code Administrative Supervisor. And today I'm sitting in as a custodian of record.
And what are your responsibility in that role?
Attend court and board proceedings to serve as a representative for the department.
Are you familiar with the case file for 1851 West Chambliss Avenue?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to review the LNI's record for this property prior to today?
Yes.
Are those records kept in a regular course of department's business?
Yes.
Permission to share the screen? Mr. Chairman.
Yes, please.
Mr. Davis, what is this document?
This is a OPA account for property assessment.
And where is the mailing address of the owner?
1851 West Chambliss Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19141.
All right, turning your attention to CT Exhibit 2. Can you identify what this document is?
Yes, this is a site violation notice.
And does it function like a ticket as opposed to a regular notice of violation?
Yes.
Do you mean that it's a one-time fine without reinspection?
That's correct.
And to what property is this SVN issued to?
1851 West Chambliss Avenue,
And who was it issued to?
Don Bond Santiago.
When was this issued?
Date of notice, August 6, 2024.
And what's the violation on the SVN?
PM 15-302.1, exterior area sanitation.
Directing your attention to Exhibit CD3.
Before you scroll past the, my apologies, continue.
What does this photo depict?
The front of the property, you see high weeds.
And when was this photo taken?
This photo was taken August 5th, 2024.
And which part of the property is this photo at?
The front exterior.
And how is this a violation?
The weeds in the front is overgrown.
Next photo. Is this the same front yard but closer view?
That's correct.
Same photo but a different angle?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you rotate that photograph at all?
as well as the preceding photograph. There you go.
Okay, the last two photographs were turned on their side. If you could scroll to the next two. Okay. All right. And what is now, is that the last one we just saw? I believe that's the last one, correct?
Yes.
Okay, can you make that larger, please? Magnify it a bit? Okay. All right, thank you.
And how about this photo?
This is
Again, I'm
the,
going to ask you when you come to those, if you could just rotate them so it will help our understanding of what we're seeing. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yes, can you tell what this photo is, Mr. Davis?
yes, this is the rear property. As you can see, it got trash and debris stored in the rear of the property. With numerous of trash bags.
And is this the same photo but closer?
That's correct.
I have no further question.
Okay. Ms. Santiago, do you have any questions of the inspector?
I just had the one comment on the.
No, no. Do you have a question for him? Because you'll be able to give your comments in a moment, but do you have a question for him based on his testimony?
That the inspector is this is the one that's on the.
Yeah, the individual who was the witness for the city. Do you have any questions for him?
Okay, so you identified that, the citation was issued for weeds overgrown, but it's like, for, PM 302.1, how do weeds overgrown identify as a sanitation issue?
So it's for the front and the rear. So with the weeds were overgrown and also the trash in the rear. The inspector actually wrote one SVN, but technically they could have wrote two SVNs for two separate violations, but they combined it and put it together. It could have been one for high weeds and one for trash, but in this case they just issued one SVN for the exterior, which is the front weeds and also the trash in the rear.
So 302.1, you're saying can be interpreted as weeds being overgrown, even though it's identified as specifically for sanitation?
Yes.
Can you tell me what the purpose of what would that be? I'm sorry. I think it's 302.3. What the purpose of that violation?
Ms. Santiago, the 302, you have to let us know what you're quoting, what document you're referencing?
It's the code that they issue
Okay.
citations.
Okay.
under. So the one that was issued was for 302.1 sanitation.
Right.
And he said that he identified the weeds in the front as being the purpose for the issuance of the violation.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm disputing. How is it that sanitation is being issued?
Yeah, you use a reference. I just need to know what you were referencing, what document you were referencing.
The PM 302.3.
Okay.
It's their code.
Okay,
It would
okay.
never- Yeah.
We have a question for you?
Nah, just at a statement. Ms. Santiago, I believe what Supervisor Davis is saying that there were two violations, the exterior weeds in the front and the sanitation was for the trash in the back. The inspector issued you the one violation
Right.
where he could have issued two violations. So you could have received two site violation notices. Instead, he just issued you one for both violations.
I understand that, but it was for sanitation. So that my issue is, my position is that if I'm defending against sanitation, then how do I defend against something that I'm not?
Okay, well, let's do this. You can continue if you have any additional questions for Mr. Davis. And then when the city has completed its presentation, you can then present your defense, okay?
All right, the other thing was that the address was identified initially incorrect.
Well, is it the address on the violation is what?
Yeah, that it's correct. I'm just saying for the record, for the.
No,
transcript.
no. You have to ask him a question,
Oh.
not make a statement. I'm asking, do you have any additional questions for Mr. David?
Okay, the other question was, the notice was issued, identified as being issued the 6th of August. Are you aware of when the violation actually is mailed out?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
That's all? Okay, thank you. Any additional witnesses or
Yes,
testimony?
just a quick redirect.
Yes.
For Mr. Davis, the trash in the back violates the sanitation provision of the code?
Yes.
And does it meet the sanitation anyway, trash in the? No, nothing further.
Nothing further? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, any additional witnesses?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay. All right. Okay, ma'am, this is now your opportunity to present your defense.
Okay, well, I just want to say, I don't fully understand, how.
I'm sorry, excuse me, this is the reporter. Could the witness get closer to the microphone? I'm having
Is this better?
trouble hearing. That is better, thank you.
Okay, I don't fully understand how the whole system works, but I did defend against this. I went to a hearing at 100 South Broad Street on February 7th for the same situation.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
South Broad Street, that was not the License and Inspection Review Board.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I put.
Which entity and what were you responding to?
It would identify the city of Philadelphia, and so I'd have the hearing,
Which department was asking you to come to a hearing?
I can just read it, please note here before, the Office of Administrative Review, 100 South Broad Street,
And what violation were you cited
for
for?
the premises not, being litter free.
Okay, just one
So-
moment, just one moment. Okay, all right. Okay, please continue.
Okay, and so from that hearing, that was that that they dismissed the penalty.
Okay, but okay, but that has no bearing on what we do.
Right, like I said, that's why I prefaced it with, I didn't.
But you
quite
chose
understand-
to, but no, you chose to submit an appeal to this board.
Right, so
Now,
that.
the Illinois can't,
I'm sorry.
you chose to submit an appeal
Mhm.
to this board for the SVN, which is a site violation
Mhm.
notice, okay?
Right.
That was your choice
Right.
to submit that. And so we're hearing your appeal
Yes.
of what we see, the
Mhm.
conditions that we see in the photographs.
Right.
And so what is your defense against the trash in the back and the overgrown condition in the
Right.
front? What is
So
your defense?
That's what I was getting to. So like I said, I don't understand the process. So I thought I had, I thought it was one thing. So I see now that it's two separate entities for what appears to me to be the same thing. But the outcome was, like I said, that the violation was taken out. And I'm hoping that the same will be found here today. Anyway, so the situation from what it looks like, if we could address it in two separate entities. Okay, so the violation was issued for the issue of sanitation. And my position is that there was no violation. The violation did not exist for sanitation. Okay, so My other position is that I'm not the responsible party, okay? And the other issue was that I received the notice on August 14th of 24, and the situation was corrected even before I received the notice. Okay, so the situation, what it is that in the front, what you are seeing is that I have, I don't have grass. It's rhododendron and hostas and lilies that are in the front. And so then, what has happened is that poison ivy has started growing there. So I developed a very bad reaction to it. So I have to get someone to go in manually to do it. So, the local guy who does the lawn, does grass, where he's, I can't get somebody like that because they have to go in and hand do it. So the guy that I had doing it, I guess he didn't want to do it anymore. He kept getting reactions to it. So about every month and a half, I pay someone to go out to do it. To go out, and get on the hands and knees and go through, and I constantly try to treat for this poison ivy. But like I said, what you're seeing growing up is not weeds. Those are rhododendron, hostas, and lilies that are there. And I can show you a picture of the lawn area. But what I have here is that, a picture that's dated August 14th, which I have a larger one here, August 14th of 2024, that shows that
Are you able to share your screen and put it on the screen?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, let's do this because otherwise, if you had photographs, what's the notice you got asked you to submit those to the law department before the hearing. So,
I didn't know, I don't know anything about the.
I mean, that was in the letter that you got and all the documents that you got for today's hearing. But, the condition that we saw, if you could put up the front again. And I guess the question to you is that on the date that the photograph was taken, does that adequately represent the condition that existed on that day?
That, for the 5th, yes, but my position is
Okay.
that it's not, those are not.
You may be right, but I'm saying on that day, that's what the violation is. A SVN is a site violation notice, which means it records the nature of the violation on that date at that time.
Right.
And
Yeah, I
so the
understand.
question is, was that a violation on that day at that time?
I don't think it's a violation because.
Okay,
what you're
there's
seeing-
another photograph that shows an image of the overgrown plant material. Now, the handrail is not accessible because of all the overgrown plant material.
No, like.
It's growing through the handrail.
Mhm.
And so if you walk close enough to hold onto the handrail, it creates a trip hazard.
Okay, like.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, we may not agree, but
Right.
that's what and the code, of course, has standards in terms of the height of any plant material, whether it's a weed, vegetable plants, flowers, or whatever. There's a standard in the code in terms of how high they are permitted to be. And so,
For
Yes.
rhododendron is.
yes.
a-
And growing through your handrail, what is that? What do you call that?
That's the poison ivy that the person.
And that's a health hazard. So you need a professional person.
So that's what I get every month. I pay it every
Okay,
month, a month. and
but
a half.
anyone who came to your house on that day would be at risk of being infected by poison ivy. I mean, that's the case, right?
I mean, no, because the handrail is still accessible. I mean, I'm the only one who lives there. I mean, I don't get
Okay,
visitors, so.
you don't have any visitors. Okay,
No,
all right,
so.
okay.
But, but like I said, I mean, that had to have been right before the guy came
Okay.
and did, because I have the pictures of taking.
And what is your defense regarding the bags in the back?
For, for the back, the situation with that was that the area used to be, fenced in. And so over the course of the years, my portion of the fence kept getting knocked down. And so I took my portion down. That, as you can see, like the area, it was a grassed area, and I can show you a picture of that. It was a little fenced-in area. One half was my neighbor's, one half was mine. Okay, so my neighbor decided to put to cement in their portion of the area. For whatever reason, the guy that did it bagged up the dirt, because you have to bag up, whatever was there, and he put it on my side. Okay, he didn't put it on their, in front of their garage, whatever. He put it on my grass side. And then, he came back, he came in and removed it. Again, I have a picture from August 14th that all that was removed. It wasn't my stuff. Like, that was a guy that was doing the work, did the cement work there, and he bagged up the dirt, put it there, and then he did
Have you
remove it.
complained to them, to the owner of that property about the violation that you got?
No, I didn't. I mean, I appealed it. I mean,
I mean, no, if their contractor caused you problems, you should complain to them and get that contractor to reimburse you theoretically.
I mean, like I said, I had asked her when she had the work done, who did hers, because I was,
Okay,
looking
so-
for somebody to
okay.
do mine. She just said it was somebody that she wouldn't recommend, but he did, come back and do that. And that was only there like for a couple of days. So I don't know. I guess like the inspector came by.
Someone
at that
complained.
time.
That's why the inspector came to your address.
Mhm. So,
So there was a public complaint. All these inspections are driven by public complaints.
mhm.
So I don't know we don't know who complained.
No, I don't. I mean, I just have an ongoing issue with, my neighbors. They park in my driveway, they damage my property, and, and so, yeah, but they did remove it. And, again, I can show you from August 14th, which was the day that I received the
Okay,
notice.
But on the
that
date
was-
of the photograph, was that the condition of the property?
I mean, I can't say, I don't have any record from August 5th, but, I did speak to my neighbor, hey, this,
Okay.
why'd the guy put the stuff on my side? And she said he's coming to get it, and he did,
Okay.
so that's
All
all,
right.
that's all I can say.
Mr. Mayor, any cross-examination?
I would just like to ask the exhibit to be moved in the evidence.
Okay, all the exhibits to be moved? Yes, so moved. Okay. Any questions of Ms. Santiago?
No questions.
Okay, thank you. Before we call to vote on this, all right, we will just take a moment, go off the record. We'll come back in a moment, okay? Thank you. Okay, do we have any additional comments, Ms. Santiago, or any closing argument from the city?
Just a very brief one.
Yes.
The trash in the back violates the sanitation provision of the code, and in the front yard, it exceeds the heights that also violate the provision of the code.
Okay, all righty. Ms. Santiago, any final argument or comment from you?
My comment would be that, again, I have documentation that for August 14th, which would have been less than 10 days after the inspector came, that the issue had been addressed. That August 14th was the day that I became aware of the violation, but it had been corrected already. I can't say the exact date that it was, but it was prior to the 14th. Additionally, as far as for the front, I don't think that hosta rhododendron and lilies, I don't think that is something that has to comply with whatever the height is for grass,
Okay.
10 inches or whatever, because
You know that the issue in the front, though, is the poison ivy growing through the handrail and around the handrail and blocking some of the steps.
okay, yeah,
Okay. All right, if there's nothing else, we will poll the board on HA 2024-003678-1851 West Champo Street, Donna Santiago. City affirm.
City affirmed, but I would like to call your attention to the ability you have and anyone, if there's any fines attached to a violation notice, those fines we don't have any control over. You could file a separate appeal to the Tax Review Board requesting relief from any fines that were imposed on you, and make an argument as to why, or that you respond. Whatever arguments you've been making here, you might be able to make at the Tax Review Board.
Continue to vote.
Appeal sustain.
Okay, we have a majority vote of city affirm. Ma'am, that means you lost your appeal. You may appeal our decision. If you need information as to how to do that, you can call the administrator's office and they will tell you what you need to do to appeal the decision of this board, okay? Thank you very much. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, members of the
Yeah,
board.
have
That
a good
concludes my
afternoon.
matter for this afternoon.
Okay,
Thank you.
good luck. What's that next matter?
Calling your attention, sir, to item number 40 on today's list. That's hearing appeal ending 3661, 105 Maplewood Avenue, Elsie Eaton and Kevin Zuber.
Ms. Patchell, we need you to take your images down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Elsie Eden and Kevin Zuber. Is anyone responding?
Someone on the Zoom call marked Kevin Zuber, sir.
Kevin Zuber, please identify yourself.
I'm
Okay. All right, thank you. And who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, Caitlin Carmody on behalf of the city.
Ms. Carmody, good afternoon. Okay, is Elsie Eden also present?
Yes.
Okay, alrighty. For preliminary matter, just for clarity's sake, whose name is on the deed of this property?
Both of ours.
Both names? Okay, your husband and wife?
We're not married, but yeah.
Okay, okay. I just want to know who's responsible here. Both individuals have been identified. Okay, Ms. Carmody, do you have any witnesses?
I do. I have one witness, that is Inspector Elijah Ellis.
Inspector Ellis? Good afternoon. Turn the inspector, my apologies, turn the mic on.
It is. Yeah, I just have to.
Yeah,
pull
just bring it
closer.
close to it and you'll need you to use your outside inspection voice. Okay? That's not loud enough.
All right.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand so that you may be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth so help you God?
I do.
Yes, thank you. All right, let's proceed.
Okay, so I will, share my screen. with
Yes,
you.
please.
I will zoom in where,
Just need you to make it a bit larger.
yes. Oops, a little too big. Good afternoon, Inspector. Can you please state your name again for the record?
Inspector Ellis, Elijah Ellis,
And where are you currently employed?
licenses and inspections,
And how long have you been with the department?
almost 2 years.
Okay, and are you familiar with the property located at 105 Maplewood Avenue?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and I'm going to show you what is marked as City's Exhibit 2. For the record, City's Exhibit 1 is a copy of the appellant's appeal form. I will zoom out just a little bit and then zoom back in. What is this document?
This is a site violation notice.
And what is the date?
The date is August 9th, 2024.
And who was it issued to?
It's issued to Kevin Zuber and Else Eaton.
And does it pertain to 105 Maplewood Avenue?
Yes.
And what violations are cited in this site violation notice?
PM 15 302.4 exterior area weeds.
And is the code language cited in this site violation notice?
Yes.
Could you please, for the record, read the highlighted code language that's displayed on the screen? I can zoom in.
All premises and exterior property shall be maintained free from weeds or plant growth in excess of 10 inches.
Okay.
Weeds shall be defined as grasses, annual plants, vegetation. Other than
Just one moment, sir, please. Mr. Kelly, are you able to capture everything that's being said?
With difficulty, Chair, if I could ask the witness to speak up, please.
Okay, sorry about that. So we'll just need you to speak a little, actually, if you speak a little slower and more forceful and pull it up to your mouth, that will help.
Okay. All premises and exterior property shall be maintained free from weeds or plant growth in excess of 10 inches. Weeds shall be defined as all grasses, annual plants, vegetation, other than trees or shrubs. This term shall not include cultivated flowers and gardens.
Okay, so the code language provides that the property shall be maintained from weeds or plant growth in excess of 10 inches?
Yes,
Okay. And are site violation notices written for a specific period of time?
yes, that's the period of time that the inspection is at.
Okay, so if the plant growth was cut down the next day, would the violation still stand?
Yes,
And when you inspected the property, did you take any photographs?
yes,
And are those stored in the city's Eclipse system?
yes,
And would you recognize them if I showed them to you?
yes.
Okay, I'm going to show you what is marked as City's Exhibit 3 and zoom in. Do you recognize this photograph?
I do.
Did you take this photograph?
I did.
And is this 105 Maplewood Avenue?
Yes.
And what is the date stamped on this photograph?
8/9/2024.
And what conditions did you observe and capture in this photo?
High weeds, exterior high weeds.
And you previously testified that the code provides that weed or plant growth in excess of 10 inches is a violation, correct?
Yes.
Is the plant growth that we observe here, is it obstructing the sidewalk?
Yes.
So it's in the right of way?
Yes.
Okay. So is it the department's position that the plant growth in this photograph is in excess of 10 inches?
Yes.
Okay, I have no further questions. Nope. No further questions.
Okay, now, we'll just have to decide, Mr. Zuber or Ms. Eaton, which of you will be asking? Do you have, either of you have questions for the inspector? Both of you can ask, but I just need to know who will start, if you have a question.
I'll start, and good afternoon.
Excuse me, Chair, pardon the interruption. Was Mr. Zuber sworn in?
No, he wasn't. Mr. Zuber, would you raise your right hand, and Ms. Eaton, would you raise your hand as well, so we can swear you both in? Do you swear or affirm the testimony that is given today will be the truth so help you God? Mr. Zuber?
Yes.
Ms. Eaton?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Zuber, continue.
One of the questions that we had did pertain to the site violation, in particular, saying that this applies if it's not a cultivated garden. When we submitted our appeal, we also submitted a short PowerPoint showing that it is in fact a cultivated garden, which if we're allowed, we could share, that shows the imagery and the conditions of the area at the time that this violation was cited.
What is the question of the inspector? This is your time to ask him a question. At a moment when the city rests its case, you can then put your part of the case on and show us your slides and everything else. But
Right.
what questions do you have?
The question we had was about unless it's a cultivated garden. What is defined as a cultivated garden?
Sir, do you have an answer to that?
So a cultivated garden,
I'm sorry, we're having trouble.
a cultivated garden at the very least would be inside and not an overgrowth extending onto the sidewalk.
Oh,
It would be inside the gate.
Okay, ma'am, you can ask directly. So that was his answer. It may not have been satisfactory, but that was his answer.
No.
Do you have any additional questions?
I'm sorry, I was repeating the answer to Kevin. 'Cause he didn't-
Okay, do you have any additional questions?
Yeah, so are you saying the cultivated garden would have to be inside and no plant life can be outside the gate? The gate is on our property. So I'm just curious, like, where does the 10 inches come into play and where does
Well,
that?
you're asking multiple questions. Let's,
Okay.
it's one question at a time. So what's the first question?
I just want to clarify, are you saying that there is no possibility to have a cultivated garden outside of our gate?
So the in terms of what I said specifically was in terms of out encroaching on the sidewalk.
Okay, that's my second question. So from where does that start?
It starts at the sidewalk beyond the gate.
So the gate, I'm sorry, and it's hard to tell in this photograph, but we'll show you in the presentation because there is
If you have a question, you can ask it.
I
Make your
got a
presentation later.
question. How do I ask this? It's I just need someone to point me in the direction of where you're starting.
Well, let's do this, because I suspect what you really want to do is make an argument as to whether or not what we see meets the definitions of the code. So why don't we let the city finish its presentation, and we can always call the inspector back again if we need to.
Can I ask
But
one
you
more
can present your slides and show us what your position is. You had additional question?
Yeah, what are you considering weeds in that photograph?
So
Please.
yeah, sure. So the overgrowth doesn't only apply to weeds, but also the overgrowth of all, like the code said, annual plants and grasses and vegetation.
And perennials?
No, perennials would not. Yeah, annual plants, yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No, we're gonna move on.
Okay. Any additional witnesses from the city?
None from the city.
Any redirect?
Not at this time, no.
Okay. All right. Mrs. Zuber and Ms. Eaton, you can now present your case.
Okay. We would like to show that what you're in fact looking at is part of a cultivated garden. In fact, the line that we do maintain is adjacent to our steps, also placed in that picture. So if the argument is that it's overgrown and onto the sidewalk area, we would like to show with what we put together that the actual start of the sidewalk isn't until where you see the plants are actually growing due to the rock beds that exist there, as well as some of the other perennials and other plants that we have growing there.
Okay. So proceed. Do you plan to present images of some sort?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a quick PowerPoint that we shared with our appeal that I would like to show now.
Okay. Have you shared that previously with the law department as evidence?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Are you able to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, please proceed.
So this is just our little presentation.
We don't see anything yet.
Okay. Let me, when you're able to see.
Okay, I'm not sure. What are we looking at?
This is us, just discussing, our cultivated garden argument. So, you can see the screen now?
I see an image of flowers. But I don't see all of the language. So wait a minute, let me increase my screen here. I'll turn around and see. Okay,
Can you see now?
yes,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, so, here's the main points that we're making here.
Okay, before you do that, what's the date and time of that image? And is that your front yard?
Yes, this is our front yard.
What date and time was that taken?
This one, I believe, was because,
Last weekend.
yeah, this one was last weekend, which is around the same time frame as when we were originally cited.
I need a date and time. Give me a date.
Hold on.
7:26,
Yes,
around 2 p.m.
7/26, okay.
all right. We do include images from the same year that this violation was given. But the main points again are this is in fact a cultivated pollinating garden, not weeds. All the plants that are growing here can be purchased freely at any local plant store. The weather is a big factor on when you would be able to see blossoming flowers, as well as what would be mostly just green vegetation, but it still does not take away from the fact that it is still a pollinated garden. We do understand that at the date and time that the picture was taken, that a lot of our flowers were not in bloom, but if you were to zoom in, you would still see the remnants of the flowers that are dying and becoming seeds that we collect and maintain each year. Just a quick summary of who we are.
Okay, sir, no. We don't want to take a tour through Gardening USA. What I'd like you to do is focus on the matters that reflect directly on your property. And
Okay.
so if there's specific stuff on your property, that's what we want to see and hear. We need that defense.
This is our
Mr.
property.
Zuber, do your pictures include a picture of the part where the front sidewalk is and the fence is and what flowers, and you could describe those flowers or plantings that were in the picture that was taken by the city inspector?
On this one.
These are the plants that are on that, in that photograph that you're seeing today in the evidence.
And
We
here,
understand that. I'm
These are all
asking,
plants that can be purchased at stores.
we understand that.
here is the front and exterior.
But wait a minute, neither of you are responding to the question asked by my colleague.
He just put it up.
Okay,
So this is the front exterior with the plants. If you compare this with the violation picture, here is when these flowers here started to, go through their end cycle. And the goldenrod were on their end cycle as well. Because it's late August or early August, and then this is when they start to reseed, and we do a lot of collection of the seeds there. This is-
okay, now, the images, the plant material from the corner property where those pink flowers are
Mhm.
towards the image of an individual, what material is that?
That would be me standing here. Elsie's way better at the name of the plants, but
You want me-
that's the Rose of Sharon, right?
Yep.
And this line here is the edge that you see in the photo.
Right,
And this here is our bottom step. So if you were to bring back up the image of the violation, they're still along that same line.
It's,
and the material that goes up the fence and above the fence, what material is that?
so it's clematis, it's English ivy, it's there's vinca in there, there's a trumpet vine.
And all of that material that you've just named regularly part of your normal maintenance, did you trim back, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All
We-
right,
Yes, the only time we don't trim it is right before it blooms, which is when that photograph was taken, right? Because if we did, it wouldn't bloom. But it's still tied back out inside our property line so that it will not affect anybody walking on the sidewalk.
it's not a matter of just the property line, it's a matter of the code references the total height of plant material. Okay, any additional images you want to share with us?
They're vining plants though, so I don't know how you understand how that is going, how is that typically addressed with the code if it's a trellising plant?
Okay, well, that would be an argument for you to make, but any additional images you want to share with us?
Let's go through it really quickly.
You want to show what it looks like in April?
Yeah.
That's the,
June. And this is the July timeframe. If you see, still, this is July of this year. We're approaching the end of July and this is the same bloom cycle that we see.
yeah, so this is closer to what it looks like today and in that photograph. But if you look at April, I don't know how it got switched. But you can see normally, can we flip it? You can normally see where the edge of the rock bed is. Right, so we try to trim it back to the edge of that rock bed so that it's not in the
wall.
sidewalk. That's the
Well-
edge, that's the edge that we use to.
That fence that's showing, is that the same fence that's covered in vegetation in the city's photograph?
Yes, so you can see it, we clear it regularly.
Okay, but at the time of the photograph, it was completely covered by vegetation.
It was covered so that these flowers could bloom.
Right, which are vining plants that we purposely have that go across the fence so that when people walk by, you can smell honeysuckle, you can see goldenrod. It's a very colorful display across the fence,
Okay.
better than just an iron fence.
I mean, our neighbors appreciate it. They thank us for it.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, someone complained, so that's why we.
Oh, we're aware of
We are aware of
the,
why.
the person who you.
Oh, okay, we don't know, but,
Yeah.
It's,
okay. All right, continue. Any additional images you want to share with us?
and with the,
Um,
oh, this one. I don't know if this matters, but. okay.
Now, keep in mind, the images that you share with us should reflect the context so we can see where they are. We don't know if that's your backyard, your side yard. We don't have a sense of it if it's too close up.
The upper left is the rock bed, right, at the very front of the sidewalk. And this is, we are working through it to try to take things out so that they, they're easier to maintain. And that's a very long process for us. We have kids. We also maintain the sidewalk in our whole block, right? So these
Okay.
are my kids taking care of weeds down the block that were actually blocking the sidewalk.
Okay, anything else?
And, I think, we believe we're,
I mean, yeah, and we're just talking about the weeds in front of the fence, right? We're not talking about the ones in the back.
or what you're considering weeds.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the ones in the back are not being considered in this because those are also, the one in the back up in this photograph in the upper left is an elderberry tree that we harvest for medicine and tea.
Yeah, but that would not, well, it depends on where it's located, but trees and shrubbery aren't generally, they're exempted from the code in that in terms of the 10 inches.
Okay,
Anything else? And we also may have some cross-examination.
so vines are really the question of what's subject to the 10 inches.
I'm not suggesting that at all. I'm just saying in terms of what you're showing me now, it may not be relevant to the violation that you have. Anything else before we ask the city for cross-examination?
These, no, okay, nothing else.
No.
Oh, we were not present in the city at the time of violation.
Okay. Yes, any questions, please?
Yes, I have a question. In your presentation, I didn't get the date that was listed there for your vacation that you were
Oh.
away.
Yeah, we were gone, August 2nd to the 20th?
I think it was the 4th.
Lynn Ryder, Huber Borough Council, I believe it said August 6th through the 20th.
I have a 6 too, that's what I had.
That was the image on the photograph?
Yes.
Yeah, and we can
Thank you.
pull it up.
Thank you.
Okay, any cross-examination from the city?
I have no questions. Thank you.
Okay,
For the city, can they put their photo back?
yeah, sure, ask.
Could you please put the photo back up
Yes.
at the time of inspection? Sure. Thank you.
Go, zoom out just a bit.
Okay, Mr. Zuber, this is the photo that was taken on the date of the violation. And the encroachment of the sidewalk looks a lot more than the photos that you had put up earlier. So I can see from here, it appears there's more encroachment, meaning the vegetation, cultivating takes more of the sidewalk up than what was shown in your photos. Will you agree?
Only, I will not, only due to the bottom step here. If we were able to pull the full zoom out of that photo and using the language of 10 inches, I don't see, you can't see my mouse, but maybe, the middle of the photo, there's a bit of the vining coming out. That, even if it did exceed that bottom step, wouldn't be well under 10 inches. I maintain that line regularly, as well as when we are maintaining any weeds or poison ivy that might come into there. And if you look at it, you can tell that it is manicured to a certain extent.
Well, you're mentioning the step. and the 10 inches. I'm speaking of encroachment of the sidewalk itself.
Correct. And the reason why I mentioned the step is because there is a rock line that is exactly the same distance as the step that can clearly be missed. If you're looking at it, you might think that there's nothing there, but it follows the same line. So the actual sidewalk wouldn't have started until, I don't know, like, you can't see the step,
Yeah,
but
you can
like,
see it, but it's really where the plants start is where the sidewalk starts.
yeah.
It's like if you saw the steps, you would see that the steps actually come out in front of the rock wall, right? The
Well,
rock
we
wall.
We saw more of the step from your photo from a different angle going down towards the step where you were standing, where your back was to
Mhm.
the photo. And we could clearly see that the vegetation, the plants were not as encroaching as this photo is in that photo.
I mean, I would honestly, as I'm out there quite frequently, if you could see where the actual sidewalk starts, of looking from this photo, which is clearly low quality, like you can't really get a sense of depth from what we're looking at. And I would argue that it actually is in fact, because we are well aware of, separately the weaponization of L&I against neighbors due to another neighbor. So we make sure that we try to stay within, acceptable guidelines so that we can all cohesively live here, but still be able to express ourselves in ways that we do with our gardening, for example.
And I have spoken to somebody from LNI when I was out there working, and I asked them specifically what would and would not be in violation. And never did they mention the bottom of that section when it was looking just like that. It was only the middle section where it came potentially into the sidewalk, and we've always been addressing.
Thank you.
Okay. I also asked the top portion of that, is that space, that vegetation, do you routinely trim that back?
Could you point that out for us?
The top portion that runs along the top edge of the fence?
The top, yes.
Yeah.
So that is what was in the
Clematis.
Yeah.
And goldenrod.
Now that is really hard to tell from this photo, but that is maintained as well. It's always tied down once they bloom so that they can continue to have this process each and every year.
Okay, now the portion, we see the vegetation growing onto the sidewalk, and I guess what we do not see is the edge. I assume you have a rock edge or some other edge that delineates your garden from the public space?
Yeah, if you were to look, the darker green areas that are going along the bottom here is really where the rock wall ends.
Okay, so there's a knee wall or a short wall?
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
this vegetation grows down over the rock wall?
Correct. We have runners that will go, that bloom in different periods throughout the seasons.
Okay, now do you regularly trim that back? Do you cultivate, do you cut that back so that you neaten it up, I guess? Do you ever do that?
Yes.
How often do you do that?
In the summertime, I have to be out there at least once a week because, the plant growth is insane, especially in the months of July and August.
Yeah, and we're.
Have you had a conversation with L&I to sort of describe what you're attempting to do and get feedback from the department as to what their review and their reading of what you're trying to do?
Correct. When we first received the notice was when we came back from vacation. We immediately reached out to them because we came back on a weekend, I believe. And we immediately reached out to them to find out how the violation occurred and what we were violating. And once we had the discussion online, we sent the photographs to them and they said immediately, oh, this is clearly a cultivated garden.
Do you have that in writing or any kind of written
No, just
response?
I called the board
Yeah.
and then I was instructed to take photos and submit an
An
appeal.
appeal. So that's
Oh, you
what-
called the board, not L&I, not the inspector?
Not the inspector, I called the,
I'm asking, did you have any conversations with
so-
the inspector?
not the
didn't-
inspector, but like I said, in years prior, I have had conversations with Ellen.
Okay, is this the first time you've gotten a violation for this?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, but you've had complaints before?
No.
no.
Okay,
I
Right.
ran into the LNI inspectors when I was outside of my house working on the garden one day.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, what I'd like to solicit any final argument from the city and from Ms. Eaton and Mr. Zuber. After which we will take a short executive session, then vote on it matter. Just one moment.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, were the appellants, I'm sorry, was the city given the opportunity to cross the appellants? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay. Ms. Okay, Ms. Patrick, any final argument?
Ms. Carmody.
Ms. Carmody, my apologies.
It's okay. It's okay.
You did nothing to like, my apologies.
Briefly. So it's clear that appellants dedicate a lot of time and care into their property. We are looking, however, at a specific moment in time on August 9th of 2024. Now, appellants have said that they were away beginning 3 days prior. This level of growth certainly requires more than 3 days of their absence to get to this point. The city is not arguing that they're flowering plants, that these are noxious weeds of any sort. What the code says is weeds or any plant growth in above 10 inches. And there's no denying that the photos that we're looking at are plant growth. And it's the city's position that it pretty clearly is in excess of 10 inches. It goes onto the sidewalk. And I understand that appellants provided multiple photos of different points throughout the year of their different processes and how things look. And they've made clear that once things flower, then they trim them back, then they continue to prune things as necessary. But in terms of this one specific moment in time, which is why the violation was issued, it's the city's position that there was a code violation, that the plant growth was in excess of 10 inches, and that the violation should remain.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything final from Mr. Zuber or Ms. Eden?
I would say, I understand the argument that the city is making. I would just, aside from the passion we have for our gardening, I would just say, as far as the code states, the 10 inches, I don't think this is common knowledge, for most homeowners that I've spoken to, but regardless of that, I still believe that that bottom step where that rock line goes, if you were to actually be there in that moment in time, I don't think that it would have went over 10 inches into the sidewalk.
I agree.
And
Okay, I have one question. How tall is that wall that you referenced?
this here, if you look at the top of the iron in the corner where the step starts, it's probably about 5'6" from the sidewalk.
From grade is 5 to 6 inches high?
Yeah, 5'5", 5'6". If I were standing in front of, I'm 6'2".
No, I'm asking the wall that is at the curb, that's at the sidewalk.
Oh, I see.
It's the same height as the steps.
Yeah, so the top of that step in the corner until the bottom of the step on the sidewalk is where it's kind of a brick stone mesh like our house
Okay.
that forms along the side. It's not exactly even in every spot.
Oh, what's the height of it at its highest point?
I would say if the total thing is around 5'5", then that will probably be around, what, 3 feet?
2.5.
Yeah.
36 inches?
Yeah, 36 inches.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right.
I do want to make one more comment because I heard the city say that it was beyond it would have taken longer than 3 days. One, I think if you see how quickly things grow, I would object to that because, and then two, we didn't show it because we didn't want to waste everyone's time, but there was a slide in our deck around the weather patterns right up before we left for vacation. It was excessive heat. The city was warning people to stay indoors, followed by excessive rain. So the weather prior to us leaving town did prevent us from regular maintenance at that time.
Okay.
And
Now,
also exacerbated the growth.
okay, thank you. The two things here that I will say to you. One, that an SVN is a specific site violation for a particular location at a particular time, date. Okay, it references what was happening at that time and date. Not what happened that morning, not what happened the next day or that afternoon. It's the condition. The issue is whether or not the condition at the time the photograph was taken represents a violation. That's what we have to decide. The second thing, if it's an issue of the amount of the fine, the tax review board is the venue that where you would go to argue that the amount of the fine should be reduced or eliminated. That's outside of the venue of the Illinois Board of Review, okay? So whatever decision we make today will not affect the fine itself. You have to go to the tax review board for that, okay? It's important
Okay.
that you understand that.
Can I have one follow-up question?
Sure.
Because I've heard this from the previous cases we sat through, and I'm just confused as to what is the appeal process for LNI and what is this go against, whether we win this appeal or lose this appeal?
Well, every violation of code has the right and ability to appeal the violation. And our decision here, the board's purpose, is to determine if the city acted properly and if the violation was written correctly. If the violation was not written correctly, for instance, if the photographs were of a different property, not your property, or if the photographs were of a condition that doesn't exist at your house, that would be an incorrect, improper violation. And it will be the board's determination that that's not an appropriate violation to be written. So each circumstance determines whether or not the city acted properly. It doesn't speak to in instances where the owner was well-meaning or didn't intend to or didn't know. It doesn't deal with that at all. It deals with whether or not the city acted properly. Now, any decision of this board can also be appealed to the Court of Common Pleas. And so any homeowner or appellant has the ability to take the appeal to another level up if they chose to. Okay? And so again, SVN, you read the conditions. If your argument is that this is a cultivated garden, your argument is that some of these items may be exempt from the code, we will look at that and determine if we agree with you or not. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We're going to go off the record. We're back on the record. Okay, with regard to HA 2024-003661, 105 Maplewood Avenue, Elsie Eaton and Kevin Zuber, appeal sustained.
Appeal sustained.
Appeal sustained.
Okay, you won your appeal. I would again advise you to go to the tax review board if you have an issue with the fine itself. You need to do that. I would also encourage you to, I'm not sure where these complaints came from, but whatever's brewing, that you try to resolve that with the neighbors and maintain a closer contact with the district LNI office. That would maybe help in terms of how you deal with that. But be aware, not everybody, of course, is appreciative of your enthusiastic gardening. That's just a fact of life. And so the department responds to complaints from citizens, and that's what we do, and that's what the department does. So have a good afternoon. That concludes your case.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. The witnesses are excused. It's a little confusing when there's two different locations, yes.
I just want to make sure everyone voted,
Yes, we all voted. Appeal sustained, yeah. Have a good afternoon. What else do we have, Mr. Modell?
Calling your attention, sir, to number 20 on today's list. That's hearing appeal ending 3545-4035 Bennington Street, Mohammed Malin.
Okay, who's representing the city?
Caitlin
Carmen?
Carmody on behalf of the city.
I remember. Okay, Mr. Mohammed Malin. Malin, Mr. Mohammed Malin. Malin. Anyone else present representing the interests of 4035 Bennington Street? Anyone present?
Appellants in this matter, sir, listed 346 Beverly Road, Upper Darby, PA, in their appeal. Notice of this hearing was sent to that same address on 6/2/25.
Thank you.
Wait, just, I have a different address. What address did you, for number 20?
The appellant address was 346 Beverly Road. The appeal address is
Oh.
4035 Bennington.
Just checking.
Okay. All right, thank you. There's no response. Ms. Carmody, what is your pleasure?
Seeing no one present, the city would request a city affirmed for non-appearance.
Thank you. Ready? What's the time that we have today, Mr. Pincus?
3:51 PM.
3:51 PM. Thank you very much. We will poll the board on HA 2024-003545, 4035 Bennington Street. This matter is dismissed for lack of appearance.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter. What else do we have, sir?
Calling your attention, sir, to item 6 on today's list. That's hearing appeal ending 3317. 2964 Almond Street. Jasmine Hay is the appellant.
Okay, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon. May it please the board, Leonard F. Reuter for the city of Philadelphia.
Good afternoon, Mr. Reuter. Jasmine Hay, are you present?
She had been logged in for quite some time, so I don't know if she said anything.
Jasmine Hay, are you present? Someone else. I don't know who that is.
That's Michelle.
Jasmine Hay, are you present?
I believe the person moving around is for number 31.
Pardon me?
The person moving around on the screen is not this appellant.
Oh, okay. All right, then let's move on. What
Well-
confirmed service, please?
Appellants in this matter, sir, listed 2964 Almond Street in their appeal. Notice of this hearing was sent to that same address on 6/2/25.
Okay. Mr. Reuter, what is your pleasure?
Well, I mean, she was logged in for pretty much, she was here as recently a half hour ago.
Well, let's do this.
But I can't, my witness has a medical appointment. He must leave immediately. So I'm just going to ask that it matter be continued because I think she was 100% here until
Okay.
maybe 10 minutes ago.
Okay, so you don't want to recall it for today?
No, I won't have a witness.
Okay, so based on your recommendation, we will continue this matter.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, witnesses are excused. Okay, what's that next matter?
Bear with me one second, sir. Our next matter is item 31 on today's list. That's hearing appeal ending 3626, 5921 Upland Way, Michelle Graham.
Michelle Graham, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, members of the board. Jim Kelly on behalf of the city.
Good afternoon, Ms. Kelly. Michelle Graham. I think I saw that name.
She was just on, I'm not kidding, about 30 seconds ago. It looked like she was getting out of a car and then it dropped off.
Well, let's do this. Let's pass this matter and come back then, Mr. Kelly.
Sure, that's fine.
Because clearly she's not currently on the screen and we'll go on to the next matter.
If I can call your attention to, sir, to item 36 on today's list. That's hearing appeal ending 3648. That's 1837 South 29th Street, Robert Stokes.
Robert Stokes, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, Kristen Patchell for the city.
Ms. Patchell, Robert Stokes, or anyone representing the interests of 1837 South 29th Street? Robert Stokes.
Sir, appellants in this matter listed 1837 South 29th Street in their appeal, and notice of this hearing was sent to that same address on 6/2/25.
Okay. Ms. Patchell, no response. What is your pleasure?
The city would ask for a city affirm for failure to appear.
Okay, what time do we have, Mr. Pincus?
3:55 PM.
3:55 PM. We will poll the board regarding HA 2024-003648, 1837 South 29th Street, Robert Stokes. This matter is dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Dismissed for failure to appear.
Thank you very much. That concludes that matter.
That concludes my business. Have a nice day.
Have a good afternoon.
Sir, I believe the last item on the list is number 31, which was 5921 Upland Way.
Okay, now we have several persons still on the screen. I just want to make sure we haven't missed someone. We have a
Thirty-one.
Hickam Longaby
And a Stephen Mont.
and a Stephen Monte. Mr. Longaby, what matter are you here for? Unmute yourself, sir. You're muted. You're still muted. We don't hear you.
I've sent him a prompt and asked him to unmute.
Okay.
Yeah. You hear me now?
Yes, what matter are you here for?
Actually, like I had like a violation from the city like long time ago, like I think like a couple of years ago.
Okay, but I'm asking, did you have your matter scheduled for to be heard today?
Yes.
What matter was that? What's the address? Field number.
I believe it's number 14, sir.
Okay. Sir, that matter was listed today as listed in error. It's moot. It was listed in error. So the hearing was, you do not have a hearing today.
So I'm gonna reschedule for another time, or is this?
No. Earlier on, at the beginning of the hearing, the law department notified us that that matter was mistakenly listed for today's hearing. It's a moot matter. It's resolved.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate
Welcome.
it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stephen J. Monte, which matter are you here for?
He's my witness for the upcoming case.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. All right. 14.
Yeah.
Is Gene Stallworth, is that individual?
He's with LNI.
A city employee? Oh,
Everyone on
okay.
the list is a city employee.
Everybody else is employee? Okay. All right. Let's recall Miss Michelle Graham.
This is item 31 on today's list, sir. Hearing appeal ending 3626 5921 Upland Way, Michelle Graham.
Okay, Mr.
I just feel bad because she was like literally just on the call. I did just send her an email. If you can give me 30 seconds,
Yes.
perhaps I could give her a call.
Yeah, we will go off the record. It's about 3 or 4 minutes to 4:05.
Sir, we're calling item number 31 to the list. This is hearing appeal ending 3626 5921 Upland Way. Michelle Graham is the appellant. She's present in the room, sir.
Okay, who's representing the city?
Good afternoon, members of the board. Jim Kelly, Kelly, on behalf of the city.
Okay, Michelle Graham, are you present? Okay, hit the button there.
Hit it again. There you go.
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. Would you raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you swear affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can place your hand down. Okay, Mr. Kelly, you have a witness?
I do. It'll be Inspector Monty.
Okay.
He's on the call.
Mr. Inspector Monte, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you. You can place your hand down. Okay, Mr. Kelly, let's start.
Thank you. Inspector Monty, where are you currently employed?
At the City of Philadelphia within the Department of Licenses and Inspections.
And what's your position within the department?
As a building inspector and a court liaison.
So what are your duties and responsibilities in that role?
Some of my duties and responsibilities are to provide timely and accurate information to court officials and to also enforce the Philadelphia Building Code and Standards.
Great. In the course of those duties, did you become familiar with 5921 Upland Way?
Yes, I have.
And have you also had the chance, have you had the chance to do an inspection there yourself?
Yes, I was there Friday.
Great. And have you also had the opportunity to review the LNI case file for the property?
Yes, I have.
Are those records made and kept in the regular course of LNI's business?
Yes, they are.
I would just ask to share my screen.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Is this good? You need me to zoom in a little bit or?
That's fine.
Okay. Inspector Monty, what, do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
And just for the record, this has been marked as city's exhibit. This has been marked as City's Exhibit 1. Inspector Monty, you said this is a violation notice
Yes, this is a violation notice in order to correct.
for the property at 5921 Upland Way.
That is correct.
When was this issued?
The date of notice was 8/22/24
And to whom was it issued?
to Michelle Ivory Graham.
If I'll scroll down here, what violation is cited?
Violation that was cited was for a retaining wall. A building permit was required for the construction of a retaining wall when the top of the wall is 2 feet or more above the lower ground level of a structure, or a surcharge is supported, or class 1, 2, or 3A liquids are impounded.
And just for clarity's sake, was this written for the sort of first portion of that language for a retaining wall written, exceeding 2 or more feet above the lower ground level?
That is correct.
Was this notice of violation sent subsequent to a initial inspection?
Yes, it was.
Okay. I'm going to scroll down to the next exhibit. Do you recognize this, the property on the right, as 5921 Upland Way?
Yes, I do.
When was this photograph taken? If you
This
can-
photograph was taken on 8/20/2024.
Great. What does the picture depict?
The picture depicts of a retaining wall being built. There are men on site working.
And scrolling down to the next photograph, was this photograph taken the same day?
Yes, it was.
And is basically the same thing being shown?
Yes, it is. It also shows the side street, which is Redfield, to the right where the gentleman is standing.
Based on your review of this picture, does this exceed 2 feet above the lower ground level?
Yes, it does.
So would a building permit be required for this work?
Yes, it would.
Was any building permit obtained?
No,
Was any building permit applied for?
no.
So I guess this is jumping ahead a little bit, but the violation remains open today, correct?
That is correct.
I'm gonna scroll down further. I'll zoom in. When was this photograph taken?
9/25/2024.
So about a month or so later?
That is correct.
Does the violation still exist in this picture?
Yes, it does.
And I will keep scrolling. Sorry for jumping around. This is City's Exhibit 7, just for the record, on page 11 of the exhibit packet. Inspector Monty, did you take this photograph yourself?
Yes, I did.
Was this at your July 25th inspection of this year?
Yes, it is.
And what does the photograph show here?
This photograph shows what appears to be the completion of the retaining wall of the site in question.
Scrolling down, is this the side street view?
Yes, it is.
And is this visible for everyone? I can just a little. Oh, is this good? Okay. Inspector Monty, did you take this photo as well?
Yes, I did.
What does this show?
This shows the retaining wall. I took my tape measure to accurately depict the height of the wall.
And how tall is it, just for the record?
It is 74 inches above 74 inches, 6'2".
Okay, so at least 4 feet over the minimum that would require a building permit?
That is correct.
This is the condition that the wall was in as of 4 days ago, correct?
Yes.
Right. And I'm going to take you very briefly and finally to Exhibit 6 on page 10 of the city's exhibit packet. Is this are you familiar with what this is from Atlas?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any permits listed? And again, this is publicly accessible. Are there any permits listed for any time since 2017 for this property?
Not since 2017, no.
Okay, so the work that was done here was done without permits,
That is correct.
without any applications?
That is correct.
Okay, that's all that I have for now. I would just retain the right to redirect if necessary. And I'll stop sharing.
Okay,
which-
ma'am, wait, ma'am, do you have any questions of the inspector based on his testimony? Okay, what would you
Yes, I
like to
do.
ask? Yeah.
Could you go back to exhibit 13, please?
Sure. 13?
Yes, it said 13 at the bottom of the page.
I'm at page 13. Okay. This page?
Yes.
This is 13.
Before you go to 13, can you go up to the full view of my home?
Believe it. Just tell me when to stop.
Right there.
This one?
Everyone, could you zoom into the top step underneath my door? The exhibit that's on page 13.
This is page 11.
Yes, the exhibit that's on page 13 is a close-up. This is my top landing from my door. My door, when I enter my home, I don't enter my home from the ground floor. I don't enter
Oh,
my.
no, you aren't asking a question.
sorry.
You're supposed to be asking questions. What's your question?
Sir, is this the landing from my front door?
Yes.
That was my question.
Okay, any additional questions?
Is there any, without the landing, can I enter would I be able to enter my home?
I would object to speculation. I mean, he's,
Okay, was the landing constructed in 1925 when the house was
I
built?
would also object, he's not aware of when the.
Okay, the
kinda hungry, so-
objections are sustained, ma'am, but I guess the issue is also one of relevance.
Relevance
But
is-
what we would like you to do is that when you present your side of things, you can tell us what your defense is, okay?
Okay,
All right, any additional questions?
no, I just wanted to be noted that that's the
Okay,
top landing
that-
from my door.
Okay, you can tell us that when you make your presentation. Okay, all right, Mr. Kelly, any additional witnesses?
No, just have the opportunity to redirect if necessary.
Okay, thank you. All right, ma'am, this is your opportunity to present your case.
Okay. The exhibit that you just saw, I can pull up my own pictures if you like.
Can you share your screen?
I'm happy to do it here if you prefer. Doesn't matter.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I do have pictures as well.
I don't have your photos, but I have these. Just tell me which one you want up.
That one is fine, if you could just zoom in,
Where?
to the top step again.
Yep.
Yep, right there, right.
I'm
there.
sorry, could I ask the witness to please get closer to the microphone? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you need to speak. up.
Right there, thank you.
Okay, all right.
My retaining wall was not constructed, it was repaired. The retaining wall, if you look at the top landing that the L&I inspector said is the landing, the retaining wall comes at the landing. And I have pictures to show how my previous retaining wall was in disrepair. And prior to that, the city had fined me for disrepair. They fined me for large grass, high grass. I was fined for a window, and I was fined for the back of my home. On August the 20th, I believe, is when I got the citation. But the week before, everything was brought to the court and it was considered mute because all of the violations had been met or were in the process of being met.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I
Ma'am?
just want to object here. If she's talking about cases from before, I mean, this violation wasn't issued until August 22nd. I assume that you would have gotten it sometime in the next few days. That's the only violation that we're
Okay.
here for today.
Yeah, ma'am,
No, I'm just trying to
you
show-
can't speak while I'm speaking.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
The other issues, although they're important, they aren't relevant to the issue of today, which is construction without a construction permit.
The-
So that's really what we're talking about, is whether or not the construction that was done or the repair work that you're using, the term you're using, required a permit. And whether or not the work was done without a permit. That's what we're continuing, that's what we're dealing with. So what else would you like to share with us?
In my phone, the permit, I had a contractor. I have all the contractor's information. I have the receipt.
You have a copy of a permit?
I have the receipt.
No. Two different things. Do you have a copy of a permit from the city of
I have
Philadelphia?
the copy of the engineering report.
That's not a permit. Do you have a
I
permit?
have is what the contractor gave me.
Okay, so if you don't have a permit, that means that you theoretically are in violation. The contractor and or the engineer should have submitted a permit application and gotten a building permit for you.
I have the receipt for the permit. That's all I have.
Well, show us what you have. I'd like to see the receipt that you say you have.
So
Okay, when you're speaking, everything has to be recorded, so,
Don't know how to share my screen.
okay, maybe we can have someone help you. Maybe Mr. Kelly, are you able to help her, Mr. Kelly?
So it should go on. That should be okay.
Are you able to share the screen?
It's loading. It's
Okay.
loading.
Okay.
It's my pictures. It's all of my photos. Okay. Oh, good. There it is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You were gonna show us the receipt.
Yes, I am.
But before you do that, go back to the picture you just had up, which was a similar picture to what Mr. Kelly presented.
Yes. Yes.
So if you look at this picture, would you agree that this wall from the ground is more than 2 feet tall? Yes or no?
From the ground?
Yes, from the ground.
However, I don't walk in my home from the ground.
That wasn't the issue. The issue, if the Mr. Kelly cited, was reference to the Philadelphia City Code that says if you build a wall that is more than 2 feet above the ground level, you must apply for a permit. So would you agree that there's a good chance that the point that he was making is this wall in total is more than 2 feet above ground level?
Above the ground level? Yes, I do
Okay,
agree.
okay.
But something else I want,
You were going to show us a receipt, which
something,
arguably may include a building permit.
and while I'm on this photo, this area, this is my walkway. Right at the bottom, that's the walkway. So the retaining wall goes that much above the walkway, which I think was 27 inches, including the cap that was placed on it, but I will go to the permit. Well, the information that I have.
By the way, that wall is very attractive.
Thank you so much, because I got a fine because it was in disrepair.
Well, the wall is very attractive.
Thank you so much. Okay. This was the amount of the invoice that I had to pay. This was the engineering report that I received.
Okay, ma'am, please, if you have the receipt and or permit, it's what we want to see.
All right. I'm sorry, I'm flustered.
Okay. Take your time.
If you look at the money that I paid from Cash App, um, the first one does not specify, but the second and the third specify for what I paid for the permit and what I paid for the engineering report.
Okay, but neither of those reference a permit.
No, it doesn't, just
Okay, so you said you had a receipt for a permit.
the receipt for the money that I paid.
No. Do you have a receipt for a building permit from the city of Philadelphia?
The contractor did not give that to me.
Okay, so he probably did not apply for or pull a permit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that means that responsibility is yours as the property owner. Okay. Anything else you want to share with us?
No, I just wanted to share the pictures.
Okay.
That I was in violation. I was correcting my violations.
Okay.
and-
Do you reside at that location?
Yes, I do.
Is any other name on the deed of the property?
I've owned a home since 1997.
But that didn't answer my question. Any other
No.
name on the deed?
No.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Kelly, any cross-examination?
No cross.
Okay, all righty. Well, what we'd like to hear, if any closing comments, ma'am, if you have anything you want to share to close things out, and then we'll hear from Mr. Kelly, the final argument.
Thank you so much. Now that I know that I didn't have the physical permit, thank you. But I just want to say that
I'm curious, did you ask your contractor for a permit?
yes. It was
And what did he tell you?
It's all in our text messaging notes.
Did he say he was going to do it?
Yes. That's, these two documents here is what he provided to me.
No, but you missing something. Did you ask him specifically for a building permit, a copy of the building permit?
No, once the violation, the X thing was taken off the window, he proceeded.
Oh, you had a stop work order.
Yes, and every time we tried to call Sandra or whatever her name was, she wouldn't answer.
Okay, what was the stop work order about?
The wall.
Okay, you were required to, but, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you don't have any additional, I don't have any other questions, so if you have any more comments, you can share with them, then we'll hear from Mr. Kelly.
Yes, I do. So I just want to show you the disrepair. Shoot. 1 second, please.
I have a question
Mr.
for
Kelly, before you proceed,
Yeah.
Mr. Tennant has a question for Mr. Monte.
Inspector Monty.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you aware of the stop work order posted on the property at 5921 Upland Way?
Yes, I was.
Did the department remove that stop work order?
No, they did not.
So department has no record of removing that stop work order?
That is correct. It appears the stop work order was violated.
Thank you, sir.
I can't find it.
Okay.
But the wall was just in disrepair. It needed to be repaired. I hired a contractor. He provided me with what I showed you, and that's what I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one additional element here is the stop work order. Did it say that you had to get permits to continue to work?
Yes, that's why I paid him to get the permits.
Okay, but he didn't, and he violated the stop work order.
Okay.
Because the city, L&I removes the stop work orders, no one else should be doing that. Okay, Mr. Kelly.
Thank you. So the city's seeking a city affirm today. I believe the code is pretty clear that a building permit is required for the construction of a retaining wall when the top of that wall is more than 2 feet above the lower ground level. I think this wall is clearly 2 feet above the lower ground level. In fact, it's 6'4", as Inspector Monty testified. I understand that Ms. Graham may have paid a contractor to do something, but those things did not include the actual obtaining or even application for a building permit. There's nothing in the system that was shown on Atlas that's publicly available. I pulled that last week. Inspector Monty testified that there's still nothing in the system being applied for. I understand the stop work order was not appealed today, so I wasn't fully getting into that, but it is in some of the photographs. It does appear that the stop work order was violated in order to complete the wall. And so the city's absolutely seeking a city affirm today. Thank you.
All right, regarding HA 2024-003626, 5921 Upland Way, Michelle Graham, city affirm.
city affirmed, but I would like to mention that to the extent there may be a fine that's attached to the violation notice, I didn't see that part. What we mentioned earlier to the other appellants is that the fines can be appealed to the Philadelphia Tax Review Board, where they may give you some consideration. Well, even on a standard.
If I can just clarify, this is a notice of violation, so there is a fine amount, the fine amount is $300 per day. That has been stayed pending the appeal. But obviously, here we are.
Okay, let's complete the vote.
My vote
City
is
affirmed.
City affirmed.
City affirmed.
All right, thank you. Ma'am, that means that you lost your appeal. You may appeal our decision. If you need information as to how to do that, check with the administrator. The phone number for the administrator will be in the letter that you received with the decision from today's hearing. Okay? You have every right to appeal the decision of this board. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good afternoon.
Thank you, board.
The witnesses are excused. Okay, Mr. Moto, what's our next case? That concludes our list for today. Thank you very much, everyone, for your participation. That concludes the business of the day, July 29th. Thank you. Have a good evening. Good night. Oh.
At that time.
Yeah.
What you need to do is get the permit. And I understand you might have paid the contractor to do it, but the reality is that he did. And I know that sucks, I get that it's hard, but it ultimately does work. So you need to do that. So.
Oh.
So.
Is it permissible?